why would you run them over in Christmas markets? I mean, it's one meal. Can't you go one meal without like driving through pedestrians?
No, I mean, to be fair, I have the urge to run over people whenever I see them en masse anywhere, not just at Christmas markets, just generally. It's like whenever I go to London, because I used to be at uni in London on High Street Kensington, which is like, there's lots of shops there, and the number of fucking people who just like walk in a huge crowd down the street and then they randomly stop without indicating and turn to look at some shit in the window. It's like, you need an indicator. If you don't use one, I wish I drove, because I would just mow you down. But that has nothing to do with me eating or not. That's just me hating people.
At least that's an excuse. But yeah, I don't know. What market would you run them over if? Would you go in a truck? Would you go in a nice Lamborghini?
A truck?
Oh, you wouldn't do it in a Lambo, because that would ruin the Lambo. Like, you
would cut them. You would cut them in half in a Lambo. You just go whoom and fucking bisect like 20 people. You'd crash quickly. But their bodies would be destroyed.
I have a sneaky suspicion the Lambo would take more damage than the people would. It just gives me that impression. Somehow I don't think they're very robust.
Not if you're going 100 miles an hour. You go fast enough, you cut through them like butter.
I'd also like to survive. So
no, you wouldn't. You need an ATV like Dreykov in Black Widow. Just roll up with one of those. It's the best way.
What was that?
Ryan Chat suggests a Robin Reliant. I would like to see that, just because those things are fucking funny. The Killdozer would also be good.
You don't want to live, because what's going to happen with you if they catch you? You want to go out in a blaze of glory. You want to crush them and then get like, and plus you deny the family the satisfaction of a trial. So you don't want to get caught, and you also hurt the families even more. So,
yeah. But I mean, the Killdozer didn't. Well, the Killdozer got stuck on something, didn't it? And then the guy inside had to sort of off himself because they couldn't get in. It was really well made, but he also couldn't move and he refused to come out. I'd probably do something like that. The Killdozer is really good. It's like the best bit of Avatar 3 is when a guy gets a Killdozer, and it's a little reference to something that isn't utterly true. But then he does it to save whales, which is just gay.
I hate those whales. The smarter than regular people. Fuck these whales. I'm on the Japanese side.
I am. That movie does make me sympathize with them even more than I already did. But speaking of crowds that we would like to run over, the Mario movie came out and people really like it for some reason.
Why?
So I guess that's topic number one. We've all seen most of the Mario movie, I think, haven't we? What do we make of it?
Awful.
Trash. It's honestly, it's too empty to even call it trash. It's like I was saying offline, it's like a screensaver. It's half jumping montages. One of the best examples of member berries, and just for characters that have such a long-standing fan base, you would think they'd make an attempt at doing a proper story, doing something for them, but it's just fucking generic safe slop, and it's just sad to see them go down this route.
I hate that the princesses are basically gods.
Yep.
They can literally terraform a planet by putting their hands together.
Yeah, they can turn your planet, they can make your planet gay just by fucking putting their hands together. It's such a strange fucking power.
The frog's gay.
I've heard people say with a straight face, the movie's good because it's not woke, because there's no girl bosses in it.
There's two.
Did you watch the same movie?
Are you fucking crazy? The first
Princess
10
Peach
seconds
is the most powerful creature in the universe. She's got the power of the galaxy, and she's the best fighter, and she's a princess, and everyone likes her. What more could you fucking want?
What? Yeah, it's a bit. You go like, well, Mario doesn't get cooked, but you have that little scene of Mario and Luigi trying to run the kingdom, and they're exhausted because they're copying Incredible. They're copying Incredibles too. When Mr. Incredible can't do maths, but Elastigirl can do all the fucking hero shit, no problem.
They set it up from the first movie too, where like basically one of the activities she was trying to show him was very tough for him, and then she's like, just saying, it's really tough for everyone. But then he's like, you got it on your first try. It's like, yeah, I got it on my first try, and they make it clear that she's so much better than him from the first movie, and they continue that. This is her movie. He's like a side character completely. Making friends with Bowser when the whole plot is basically about her finding her sister. It's nonsense. Waste.
Too many characters, no focus in any of them. Like, at least in the first movie, you kind of had the Luigi and Mario moment, a little bit. I mean, it could have been way more. This one, you have nothing. They try and replicate that with Peach and fucking whatever the magic girl princess name is.
Rosalina.
That's it. Yeah, like they try and replicate that, like they have their moment together, but it sucks. I don't care. Like Brie Larson, they made a big deal of her being in the movie. She barely has any fucking lines.
I totally forgot that was her. You don't like, for anyone who's wondering about her performance, you don't even notice it. Like, you'll forget that she's in the movie completely. She might actually have 3 lines, and it's just not, it's nothing that stands out in a way. You could have told me she was Peach, and I wouldn't have known the difference.
She's so nothing. You can't even give like a critique in a performance because, again, 3 lines. How'd you critique that? There's nothing. She's not a character. She's a plot device.
She has one characteristic, right? And you learn it in the first 90 seconds is, she really likes her kids and she'll fight to protect them. That's literally it. And even then, the post-credit scene reminds you that it isn't true, because the post-credit scene features the Luma, who is one of her children, who was imprisoned by Bowser in the first movie, and she was nowhere to be seen. She didn't give a fuck. So she didn't even like her children that much.
So like that Fox McCloud bit, I was like, oh great, another fucking character we need, and because we need to set up a Fox Cloud movie, and I'm just like, fuck off, stop setting up other movies and just tell this one.
Tell a story. Like, you have characters to develop here. You're not doing anything with Mario in a Mario movie, yet you're taking, like, it's Mandalorian 2's basically like a Boba Fett thing all over again, where they have to introduce Ahsoka, Boba Fett, just set up everything they possibly can, but then you take no time to develop your main character, and that's what's happening to Mario right now. It really sucks. Because there's parts of it, like you said in the first one, like the first 2 minutes where they're showing the family and them attempting to become plumbers with the commercial, like that is like the only attempt at writing in the 2 movies, it feels like. And every other one was
you get like
a missed opportunity.
Symbolic sort of Bowser precursor, because you're right. So the first movie begins with them, they're sort of down on their luck, but they are plucky. They're trying to get the business off the ground. They're trying to do right by each other. They're trying to do right by their family. They get bullied by the bigger human plumber, who's kind of like the foreshadowing for Bowser. So like, you learn a little bit about their attitude and how they deal with conflict in the first bit of the movie. Like, it's not much, but it's something. They actually understand, and then they get thrust into this adventure and split up, and there's the bonds of loyalty that have been set up before now. The payoff is that Mario will fight to get his brother back. Like, that's bare bones minimalist stuff, but it is there, and this movie just isn't, which is why it's so annoying when people say, oh, but the games don't have writing, the games don't have character, the games don't have plot or theme. So why does the movie need to do? The games are shit. That's why it's so good. My kids like it, and it's dumb because it's for them, and that's why an adult, seemingly like it. But even the first movie understood that it tried to try and tell a story, and also the games have characters and story. You're just too dumb to realize it. Fuck me.
Oh man, why do kids suck nowadays? I just don't get it. I just like Lion King, Land Before Time. There's so many things as a kid I watched that had like an impact, and you don't even remember the full story or plot or all the characters, but you remember the themes and significant things that stood out to you. But I just think I watched this movie thinking like I would have to be like a fucking embryo. Like I don't know how young you have to be to fucking actually appreciate this shit. It's fucking empty is the only word that comes to mind. They attempted a story in the first like 2 minutes and then just said, fuck it, we're going on a wacky adventure. You know?
Like, did you like the bit where they completely ruined Bowser in a bid to do some character work and like make him, maybe he's good now, and then at some point they just gave up, so it's like, and now he's not. Why? Fuck knows. He just isn't.
It's so bad because like Bowser goes, I've changed, and then the very next scene is him proving to Mario that he's changed. And then he goes back to Bowser Jr. and then he's evil again. Yeah, it's like, wow, that was a waste of time.
Yeah, they didn't know what they were doing with that one. That was so fucking confusing. And it's hard to even think. I was thinking about, like, you know, the way they portrayed Hades in the Hercules movies, how you actually can make him lighthearted, but he still maintains his intimidation as a villain. They didn't find that balance with Bowser. They could have kept the things that worked in terms of him being a little bit funny. Some of his scenes were like decent, but he's not intimidating at all. They completely destroyed their villain in the first movie and then shat on him in the second.
So he's so terrible at the beginning of this when he's miniaturized as well. And it's like the first, this is Bowser. He's your recurring villain. He's supposed to be the primary antagonist, and you've made him just the butt of every fucking joke. He's miniature and he gets his tail trapped in a door and he makes little midget screaming noises like an angry Peter Dinklage, and it's just horrible.
It sucks. It just sucks. Not intimidating at all. And I was speaking about how Puss in Boots is like a million times better than this movie. Do you remember the wolf in Puss in Boots? How fucking terrifying that dude was? Like how they understood his presence needs to be significant in every scene. They didn't even attempt that with Bowser. Bowser should have been scary. They should have at least had this one element of the story that's intimidating while they're doing all their other colorful shit. No balance. Well, everything needs to be safe.
Well, the wolf is established as such a threat because you just see Puss in Boots destroy a fucking giant easily. So you establish how tough the hero is, and then fucking the villain basically kicks the shit out of him, no problem.
Was this one character work?
Like they go, you need to trust Bowser, even though he was trying to rape Princess Peach last movie. So how do we trust him? Well, Luigi did a book club with him.
Yeah, he's up his feelings now, and then he's petting him. I'm like, this is so lame. This is Bowser. What are you doing? It's just, it's, and they only accept it because, again, the whole defense every time is, oh, it's for kids, it's video games. It doesn't need to make sense, and we need to just reject that. It's a story, and it's shit. You made it
contrived. How contrived was it when they went to the airport planet, and then a monkey attacks Toad, and then they chase him all the way to the frog guy, who just so happens to know where Bowser Jr. is. And what is the fuck? And how would you know where he is? He keeps fucking fast traveling all across the place.
You want to know? Well, no, go ahead. No, go ahead. Continue. I'm going to add to that.
I was just saying, he goes, I know where he is, but he's basically a plot device. He shows up on Peach's planet to rescue Bowser, then he shows up again on the B planet to rescue Bowser.
Oh, that stupid little monkey! Like they abused the monkey like crazy, but they were doing it from the first movie. If you remember, any creature they're around just becomes a plot device. The whole plot kicks off in the first movie because they're around an angry doggo that screws up their first plumbing job. It's like these things just happen, and then the monkey is what leads them to Yoshi, and then he keeps coming back, like you mentioned. It's just the laziest A to B writing you could possibly think of. There's no creative effort whatsoever. They don't want to challenge themselves, and it's you get the sense that they feel they don't have to in every single scene, because it wouldn't be hard to make this a little bit more interesting, a little bit more complex. But every time they have an opportunity to, they slap it together.
Yeah, have a character that would make it complex.
Literally anyone, any character at all would be good. You can even just swap events around in the movie we got, and it makes more character sense. But so the example of that being, there's the bit toward the end of the movie where Bowser has decided the writers have just decided he's evil again for no particular reason. So like he emerges and challenges Mario and Peach on the bridge, and then Mario cuts the chains of the bridge and he falls into the lava. And like the movie thinks, oh no, well, it wants you to think, oh no, he might be dead. But it's a Mario movie and they're not going to take any risks, so we know that's not the case. Now, what you could do, using just everything that's already in the movie but reordered a bit, is the Bowser Jr. does think he's dead. And this sends him into the rage, which goes to the final battle. And the rage makes him summon the dragon he can't control. And he's doing all of this because he thinks his dad is dead. And it's only after the final battle that he learns that Bowser is still alive. And like the villains have been defeated, but sort of as they do in Mario Sunshine, the villains have lost, but they get this little family bonding moment at the end. You could have it so like Bowser Jr. is defeated and he's lost everything he thinks that he was after, but Bowser is back alive, and they can have a little conversation about how the only thing that really matters is the thing they've still got, and that's each other. And then that's the same stuff that the movie's already given you, but reordered with an extra bit of dialogue, and then all of a sudden that bit at least has a tiny amount of character to it. But instead, it's like he's gone for 20 seconds and you're not allowed to feel anything. So then he's immediately back and he does Jack Black memes and then he's in a fight and he has no dialogue for the rest of the film.
That's the best way to describe it. You're not allowed to feel it. Oh, they might feel something. A frame from now, we got to cut it immediately. Come back with the joke. And it's so stupid. Do you not understand the potency that you just pissed on right there? You could have done so much more with these characters in this scene, and the fact that he established that he's a bad father at the beginning, there's something you could work with here. It's like the only like part of the movie that could have had some meaning, but they need to do the jokes. It's a standard now for these movies, and it's the worst direction to take them for sure.
How retarded was Bowser Jr.'s plan? He goes, I'm going to blow up the universe and then rule what? Everyone's gone. You're a fucking idiot. And he also turned Planet Bowser into the fucking Death Star because nothing's original.
Nope. And that destroying the universe plan, it comes from like Bowser read him a story, but like made up a story when he was young. And then just by convenience and coincidence, it turns out, no, there really is a princess who can power a giant laser. You actually can do it. You can make it real. So you just that makes no fucking sense. It's like me like making up a storybook for my little nephew. And then it turns out in a few years' time, the evil glob monster doomsday weapon thing that's powered by a magic fart. There is a magic fart, and you can make the glob monster doomsday weapon. It makes no fucking sense. It's just there because why not? I guess it's horrible.
I can't even get angry at this movie because there's just nothing. It's so hollow. It's just a fucking skin suit. It's
hard to even hate it.
I hate it though because the reason I hate it is not it is nothing, like you said, but like it comes from it's got at least the same name as a game that is absolutely not nothing, that really does have a story with something to say.
You hate it from a wasted potential perspective rather than what it is in itself. Like,
it's wasted potential, but it's also just a sign of how art is now viewed and how movies are now viewed. And it's the defenses of the movie that piss me off almost more than the movie itself, because you will get people who claim to be fans saying, well, Mario Galaxy didn't have a story. It's like, well, the fuck are you talking about? You can't. And then some people say, oh, okay, it has Rosalina's story, but that's skippable. It's like, yeah, but it also has like actual cutscenes at the beginning and end where characters tell you what the theme is. You have to be retarded not to know what the story of Mario Galaxy is. And all these people say that.
They say that. They go, well, the movie's meant to be shit. It's meant to be retarded. The ultimate, I've got no defense of this movie. Everyone always, they always go, actually it's this. But then they eventually work their way down to, oh, it's always been shit. What are you complaining about?
Exactly. They just tap out.
Every time.
They can never stick to a position. And with this, like you mentioned, these characters have a backstory. There's things that you can actually work with in terms of lore and characterization and whatnot. There's no excuse. Look at what they did in Arcane Season 1 when they basically had shitty fucking spaghetti League of Legends lore to work with, which is way thinner than this from what I can remember. And they made a fantastic first season with that. There's no excuse. You have characters, you know what they look like, you know their base traits, you know Mario is a plumber and he looks like this. Write a story. You know what I mean? You could do so much more. This idea that they have to have it all laid out for them, or else we're just gonna slap it together. It's stupid. It's just laziness. And I'm with you on that. The thing that makes me hate this movie is like this mentality being encouraged is fucking terrible for any IP going forward. Just empty slop. Don't even attempt to tell a story with these characters. I hate it.
Vex has got a hands up.
Oh shit. Hello.
So, hi guys. Sorry I was late.
I couldn't even see it there.
So sorry, I didn't even hear your whole recap, and I feel utterly bored by it. But so what is the defense? Because I see a lot of people who are on the culture warring side that are giving this movie like an 8, 9 out of 10 and saying it's for gamers. Can you perhaps shed some light on these takes and ratings, please?
My theory for a little while has been, like long COVID makes like supposedly healthy people permanently sick. Well, I reckon there is a thing called long woke, and what it does is it makes otherwise intelligent people permanently retarded. So the way it works is you have a bunch of movies which are terrible because they force identity stuff in it and like girl bosses and gay shit and all the stuff that everybody hates. I mean, it's fine. Then long woke is when people who are maybe, I think, less intelligent to about 25 IQ point deviation. That's the only real difference between the woke and the anti-woke people at this point. The anti-woke people say, using exactly the same analysis, it's good because it doesn't have gay shit, strong women, or black people in it. And it's like, well, no, actually. It's kind of not how stories have ever worked, and it's extremely gay of you to make that your standard for judging any story or art ever. Also, that you have to be willfully blind to say that there are no girl boss characters in it, given that we talked about this earlier. Peach is the most powerful creature in the universe. She has the actual magic of the universe in her. She's already a better fighter than everyone. She's a better ruler than everyone. She's a princess. She's in charge. She saves the princess at the end, and she's ultimately powerful magically. You can't defeat her. She's everything that everyone says they hate about Captain Marvel. But for some reason, these people have decided, no, this one gets a pass because it's for gamers. And by that, they mean it shares the video game name and it has like a couple of similar visuals. And then it shits all over the story of the video game that they say they like. And then their defense is, well, the video game was shit anyway, so who cares? So it's not for gamers, it's for retards.
That's
Gotcha.
one of 2 girl bosses you've mentioned. Literally, the opening scene is showing Rosalina like fight off an army by herself. It's insane.
Peach
Well,
was a girl boss
you
in the
know?
first movie as well, which everyone
Yep.
seems to forget completely.
She even bigger
100%.
in this one.
It's insane. Like she was like definitely established as stronger than and more capable than Mario in the first one. But in this one, she's straight up Goku. Like she's OP. It doesn't make any sense how strong they made her. Well, and they also had her take over the story. These movies are so lame. The first one is Mario trying to save Luigi, and the second one is Peach trying to find her sister Rosalina. Well, Mario and Luigi do fuck all. It's
You know what's weird? Yeah, like people don't call it woke and all that because like they don't have like a scene of Peach going, you know, like that fucking She-Hulk where she goes, I'm betting a hold in my rage than you are, Bruce. Because, because it doesn't have because it doesn't have a character directly say you're a piece of shit and you deserve to die. They go, it's not woke, because that's how bad and how awful shit is. Now you have to be like, you have to literally be on the spectrum to think like this is actually like a good movie.
Like the fact that Peach doesn't hate men doesn't mean this character isn't woke. Like it's just they clearly made her overpowered as fuck because the same reason they do every character. It's just this bizarre, deranged take on like feminism that they just can't understand. They don't understand the balance whatsoever. And that's why I keep bringing up Puss in Boots, because Puss in Boots and Soft Paws, like that's how you do it. You don't just have Mario just fuck off and be a side character. It's so strange.
Okay,
And the Yoshi scene. The Yoshi scene, holy shit. Talk about slapping it together with duct tape. And
what is the Yoshi scene for those of us that haven't seen it?
Yoshi, Mario and Luigi are going to do a plumbing job, and there's something that's disturbing the town in the area.
Mexicans.
So they go in to see what's up, and there's some spooky thing in a corner. And instead of having any type of interesting introduction for Yoshi, he just appears, and suddenly he's their best friend riding on the motorcycle. Suddenly he knows Peach.
But what are you talking about? They do an interesting introduction for Yoshi, but they even give him a flashback sequence.
Oh yeah,
Yoshi gets a flashback origin story to establish why he's here. And so you might be thinking, well, okay, so they must have a story to tell. His origin story is he went for a walk, he knocked over a museum exhibit, he ran away, and now he's here.
That's it.
He was in the real world. He hatched from an egg, went into the real world, caused a bunch of shit, and then came back here, and then ended up in Mexico.
He was born with shoes, and he stole a hat. That's his origin story. Yeah. It's so empty. It takes literally like 20 seconds, and yeah, they even lampshade it with Toad saying, "Oh, this dinosaur is just one of the characters now." Okay, whatever. They just slap him into the plot. It's
so they gave him Stanley Yelnatz's origin story.
No, Stanley Yelnats, how dare you? Holes is so much better written than this. Yeah, no, like Stanley Yelnats is a great character. Yoshi got just slapped into this movie.
It's weird. They kind of find him in a temple, and they just immediately adopt him like kind of like a gay San Francisco family, going, "Well, we're shopping for a newborn child. Let's just take that one."
But they don't even make like a joke about like, oh, how do we understand each other? They skip all that. They're suddenly just best friends because you know Yoshi, right? We don't need to tell a story. Like,
no,
I can't imagine how this came across to people who have no idea who these characters are. Well, who is this green fellow with the big nose that they've just stitched into the plot so seamlessly?
This is the concern I had with the first one and Minecraft movie as well, is just like, okay, these both have the potential to be really long-standing children's IPs if you just like do them semi-competently, but instead they're appealing to the retard ADHD brains of like the children's generation we have right now. Yeah. And now these are, because what was the box office opening weekend by comparison between the first and the second movie?
This one was slightly lower.
Okay.
But not much lower, but it was slightly lower, and I believe, I might be completely wrong, I think this opened in more screens, and I think they put more money into pushing it, so it's
gotcha.
It's not quite a point-for-point analysis, a comparison, but so it's still made a huge amount of money. It's going to make $1 billion. It's something like, it's a tiny difference as well. It's something like 357 million versus 350 million or something, so it's like hardly anything, but it is a slight decline with a probably bigger expectation. So, I mean,
that's hopeful, because in about 15 movies, they might finally go bust. We'll have to watch 15 of these.
Well, that's the concern, right? If you've got 2 movies now that are basically the exact same formula, how long is this formula going to last? I think like Avatar maybe had luck with it because there was 10 years between the first and the second movie and people were still interested, but it's been a steady decline on return as the budget goes up for each of these. And now that they're adding more A-listers to the voice cast for this, production budget is also going to go up. So it's realistically, how long can you keep this going? And it also had the benefit of being Easter weekend. This is literally the only family movie that is out right now.
They need an actual story to make this sustainable. It's just not.
Yeah, or to at least to make it memorable, because like, you can stick any bright array of colors and fast action scenes with cartoon characters on screen, and kids will eat it. Like kids will have fun with anything. This is why when people say, "Oh, it's meant for kids," so it doesn't have to be good. Like, your kid would run out into the middle of a busy road to try and hug a car if you let it. It doesn't mean that you should let it. Kids are not arbiters of taste. Kids will consume anything, including unhealthy things and bad things and shit things. It's kind of your job as an adult to say, okay, you know, occasional Happy Meal is fine, but you don't want to just feed your kids Happy Meals because they'll turn out to be morbidly obese. This will always have a market. It's never going to go completely away, but no one's going to remember it. I don't know that many kids will grow up fondly remembering the story of the Mario movies they saw when they were young, because there isn't one to remember. They'll just remember having seen it, a little bit like the Minecraft movie, although the Minecraft movie has more of a story than this does, which is kind of shocking. But they could have turned it into, because it's a captive audience, kids will always like it. They could still have made the same amount of money and also told a good story that's memorable that adults would like to see, or that longtime fans of the thing would like to see, and that they will remember as well. You don't lose your child audience by giving children better children's movies. There's a reason that the biggest and most successful and also most fondly remembered kids movies come from, you know, Disney back in the day and Pixar back in the day. These things didn't suffer. The Incredibles didn't suffer for having a story. Probably benefited in the long run for having a story because the rewatch value is so much higher. This is just a massively squandered opportunity to actually do something beyond like immediate opening weekend bump. It'll make $1 billion. It'll make loads of money, but in 5 years, even 2 years, because I don't even know that many people remember what happens in the first movie. No one
kept talking about it either. There was no long-standing fan base for the first movie. It was popular for a month, and then everyone forgot about it.
It's just as empty. Like there's just nothing to talk about with these, and that's always been my point of like these people that say it doesn't have to be, you know, it's for kids or this and that. Everything that you liked about it would still be intact, but if it was well written, it could reach a wider audience. It'd be more sustainable. They act as if quality writing and characterization would damage the things they like. Everyone would win if it was better. Like it's just, I don't understand how they separate these things. You're not losing anything. But with this and things like it, if they actually attempted to tell a story, it would be so much more successful because there would actually be fans of it because there's something to talk about. There's a reason to look forward to the sequel. I have no idea where the third one's going to go because it's probably just going to be Luigi finding Yoshi or some shit, just rehashing the same story.
There's one place it sort of has to go. So when you get the flashback sequence in this movie where it's revealed that Peach is the most powerful creature in the universe, and she's not a girl boss, by the way, but she is the most powerful creature in the universe. The audiobook narration thing that they do says, oh yeah, so Peach and Rosalina, they're sisters, and together they can fucking do everything. But then the evil powers wanted their power, so they had to split up. We don't know who the fuck those people are. They're never mentioned again.
Palpatine? Like they don't go into it at all.
Just the evil power. So now either this is just a massively contrived bit of like, just fuck it, throw it on the script, it doesn't matter, and we'll never reference it again. It just explains why Peach wants to find Rosalina. Or it is a setup for some place that the movie is going to go next. My money's actually on the former because I don't think Illumination writes ever. So we probably will never figure out who the evil powers are. But there are plenty of contenders. You know, you could tie it into a Smash Brothers thing in the end. It could be Master Hand. It could be whatever the big villain in Brawl is, another game which has surprisingly more story than the Mario movie, Smash Brothers Brawl. So you could use that as like teasing the introduction of a bigger and badder threat than Bowser. They didn't do that though. They just said evil powers wanted them, so they split up. And then to win against evil powers that are actually in the movie, they have to get back together. And that what? Okay.
I just want to correct one part of your statement in there. Okay, let's not shit on Illumination. They make the Despicable Me movies, and those movies are pretty fucking good. Okay,
they're probably better than this.
They're much better. There is actually a story that they follow. There's actually some good family themes and wholesome themes about like being who you are and like being a good person and whatnot. So let's not shit on Illumination completely.
I'll just shit on them for everything else they do. But,
Sure.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if everything else they do is still better than this. But like that goes to the other point, which is, when people say, "Oh, it's only a kids movie, doesn't have to be good." It's like, but you've got so many comparators which work harder and are better movies for it. Like all 3 Sonic movies are better than this. The Minecraft movie, which does come from a game with no story, is better than this, and that was fucking awful. The first Pokemon movie was there to sell games and toys and trading cards, and it's a pretty tight little story, and it has some memorable lines in it. There's so many cash grab things which used to at least try and be a work of art, and they actually became memorable because of that. You can do stuff for kids.
Because like in the 90s, they used to like make a toy and then go, right, we need to write a badass story so this toy sells. Now it's like the opposite. It's like we've already got the product that'll sell by itself. The story's irrelevant. It's just a means of getting recognizable characters on the screen. That's it. It's completely backwards. This movie sucks.
So we should watch this then, is what you guys are saying, right?
I mean, if you watch it, if you're going to do a video on it, otherwise don't fucking bother. Like, also, like, watch it if you actually like the game, so you can get sufficiently pissed off when people tell you that the game was shit too, so it doesn't matter. Because like Mario Galaxy has a story and a pretty poignant theme and some pretty good writing in it, and all of that is either completely missing or it has been sort of bastardized beyond recognition. So Peach basically steals Rosalina's story from that game. That game has Rosalina's storybook in it. It's like a fairy story. And I think they even published it as a physical copy because the creator put lots of time and effort into it, and it was really charming. And so like Rosalina's backstory in the Mario Galaxy game is that you never really learn that it is her, but it's quite obviously her. Like as in the far backstory, she's a kid. She's like all alone in the universe, but then the Lumas, the little star children, arrive, and then she finds friendship in them, and that sort of solves how lonely she is. But she has these memories of being happy with her family on her home planet, and she periodically like really, really wants to go back and relive this past life that she used to have, all those happy memories that she did. Until one day they are going to go there, but that makes the tragedy of her backstory unavoidable to her, because she knows, and she's just refusing to acknowledge that she can't have those memories back. Her mum is dead. She's lying asleep under this tree that she has these fond memories of. But the Lumas then become her family, and she takes joy in the future as opposed to joy in the past. If she accepts her role as their mother, she's going to help them be the best they can be. That's what mothers do, and the future is the thing she looks forward to. And she will still go back once a century to honor the memory of her parents and the world that she came from, but she has a future that's laid out for her, and that's where her life is going to be, which is all tied to the overall themes of the game, which they make unavoidable to you. It's this idea that, you know, ends are actually beginnings, destruction is creation. There isn't any such thing as true loss forever, because something new will always come out of it. That's all there. And this movie comes along and says, oh, Peach is magic and she had to leave because evil people wanted her, but then it's fine.
That's it. It's so stitched together. It's shockingly empty.
But like I said before, they've got godlike powers. Like who's a threat to them?
Not Bowser. Definitely not Bowser.
I mean, they can literally turn a planet from metal to grass. Like, they can literally reshape matter. They're literal fucking gods.
Turn your entire planet gay. It's the stupidest fucking power I've ever seen. It's so weird, man.
So, genuine question then. Okay. So 3 of you have seen it, right? It's just Nick and I that haven't watched it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This or the Minecraft movie, which was better?
Minecraft.
Movie.
Dang.
But that's like,
wow.
Because it's got like a 1% storytelling in it. This one's literally like a screensaver. It's so
empty.
So empty. Yeah. It sounds repetitive, but it's like that's just the only way to describe it. I'm like, what? You're doing nothing. Do something.
And you can tell they're like when there's a scene where they're chasing Bowser Jr. and he turns Mario and Luigi into children, and they just crash land on another planet, and we have to waste 15 minutes.
Yes.
Of Yoshi outrunning a fucking dinosaur.
And Yoshi, so there's even more fuckery in that scene. So yeah, but Bowser Jr. has the baby laser. Oh,
what?
He shoots them with a laser that turns them into babies. This causes their ship to crash, and then for no reason, he throws the baby laser down after them so they can have it for later. Yoshi picks it up, A T-Rex chases them. Yoshi could just shoot the T-Rex, but decides, no, I'm going to run away with the gun and the babies until it's time for that to end, and then Yoshi shoots the T-Rex with the gun that he could have done at the beginning.
No, it wasn't even him. It was the baby Mario and Luigi that shoots.
Oh no, yeah, they shot it, and then he shoots them.
But
like, they could have done that right at the beginning and saved yourself a chase sequence, but no.
Sorry,
it's worse. It's even worse because after they get back to Fox McCloud, whose whole purpose was to give them a ride, fucking Luigi calls, like, randomly just goes, I need a lift from anybody. And then the fucking Star Children take fucking Rosalina's palace and fly next to them because the plot needed fucking Peach to go into her room and find out she was a sister. It was so fucking lazy and stupid and contrived.
Is there a baby laser in one of the games, or is this like some Epstein like
I don't
fantasy
think
playing
no,
out?
it's not that. It's because in Yoshi's Island on the Super Nintendo, Yoshi has to rescue Baby Mario and carry Baby Mario across the world to rescue Baby Luigi. That game has more of a story than this movie does.
Okay.
So it's a reference. It's just an excuse for Yoshi to carry some babies so they can say, hey, it's like that game. Remember how this movie's made for kids, and that's why all of its references are from before the 1990s? Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's the only reason it's there.
Okay, all right.
The link's in the thing. You can watch it if you want, but it is 2 hours of just wasting.
I'm not
going
to watch it. No, the first movie made me want to Minecraft myself, so I'm not going to put myself.
Oh, this is so much worse. That's a movie by comparison, and it's quite a good movie by comparison.
You can laugh. You can laugh at Minecraft for being shit. This one is just. There's nothing to laugh at. It tries to say no messages, no stakes, nothing.
You can also do a really direct comparison, which is the easiest way to prove that Minecraft is a better film. So Minecraft has Jason Momoa's character, who is kind of stuck in the past, and he needs money, and he's losing his shop because he has no money. And money is the thing that motivates him until he steals Han Solo's story, basically, until he realizes that friends are more important than money, and he comes back to save the day. It's derivative, but it's stolen. And it sets up relationships between him and Jack Black all the way through. So like there's a consistent character line, even if it is stolen. This movie has Fox McCloud. Fox McCloud really likes money. He's a mercenary. They even show you a little visual where he tells you how much he likes money, and then that's it. Nothing comes of that. He has 2 seconds of crossing eyes with Mario because they might not like each other. 2 seconds later, Mario goes, yippee, and Fox goes, I like that guy. And that's it. That's the end of his story.
That's literally it. They don't do anything with them. It's crazy.
Follow-up question. Finish your thought first, Reaper. Go ahead.
Well, every time a new character, people go, I like him. People go, I like Yoshi. I like Fox McCloud. Everyone always says, I like him. So you have to like him. It's fucking Thor and Captain Marvel.
Yeah, it's the Captain Marvel thing. I like this one. They did it in Black Panther as well with the bald bitch and Ironheart. I like this one. It's the fucking laziest way to introduce a new character.
Okay. So one of the most trusted websites on the internet, Kotaku, put out a really interesting and thoughtful piece about this movie. Did Glenn Powell's Fox McCloud make you understand furries and to an extent empathize with them?
Huh?
What?
No.
What?
No. What?
Barely in the movie. And
Kotaku, dead ass Kotaku put out an article being Star Fox is hot and makes me understand furries, or makes me want. It was some shit like that.
Those are the same apes that are calling Gladys a sex symbol just because she dresses like a clown. It's just
didn't someone was it Kotaku again who said that Bowser's bisexual, and Grace Randolph said that Bowser is her favorite part, but also the worst part because he embodies toxic masculinity and the manosphere. These people are just making shit up. There's nothing in the movie, so they're just applying shit.
Stitching shit onto it.
She was saying Bowser's too evil. The evil guy in your movie is too evil.
When a movie is this empty, they need to add things to it, to add meaning, to add something for them to talk about, because there's just nothing. And that's just the sad reality of this movie. It's an empty sack of shit. But all the fucking furry shit, all the masculinity stuff, it's pathetic, man. Can we just judge it for what it is and ask for better storytelling? It's weird making stuff up
because how fucked everything is. I'm agreeing with Rotten Tomatoes saying this is shit. The critics and the audience are completely wrong. That's the annoying thing. You're making me agree with retards.
No, there's just
Fucking
no excuse for
so
this.
fucking stupid.
There's no excuse for this whatsoever. And just while we're on the subject, what are some of the best video game adaptations, like things we can compare it to directly?
Probably
Mortal Kombat 95, baby.
Oh shit! See, again, you can even say that like half jokingly, and they put way more effort into those movies than this.
That's
does.
so
It's
fun though. It's so
fucking-
bad it's fun and rewatchable. That
Yes,
original
those are-
Mortal Kombat. Yeah.
Those are some of the best examples of fucking terrible movies that people love because they just accept that they're terrible and like they're self-aware terrible, you know?
Yeah,
It's not like
I'd
Rings
say-
of Power where they fucking think they're intelligent. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I just to answer your question, the Sonic movies and probably Detective Pikachu.
I always jump right to Arcane season 1, but I want more examples. I don't have too many.
I mean,
to
the
work with.
Arcane season one's the old, like a really, really good example. But the first 3 Pokemon movies, at least, way better.
Yeah.
Tell stories, have themes, have characters, all the rest of that
Do
stuff.
those-
Primarily, that's tell games.
Do those count as film adaptations when the anime series was already running before
Yeah,
that?
but I mean, it's sort of the same spirit in the sense that this is what they used to be. Like adaptations didn't used to say, "Hey, we are limited exclusively by the style of presentation in game. If a game is 99% gameplay, then the movie has to be 99% not plot."
Mhm.
These things were still there to advertise games. They were still spawned out of games. They are still adaptations of stuff introduced in the games.
Mhm.
They just thought, okay, it's our job as movies to tell stories because that's
Gotcha.
what movies do. So you can do all of that stuff because it's the thing with the Mario movies. Like people say, well, Mario never had a plot, which is wrong. But then what? Like, am I supposed to admire the movie for its gameplay? How does that even work? It's
They,
obviously a
they
different
pretty much
medium.
want you to. It seems like those scenes were it's just too much, man. They went on for too long. The jumping and all the stuff. Like we get it. We've played the games, but we're trying
You
to
can
watch a
tell-
story here.
You can
Um,
tell Mario has no plot. Really pisses Platoon off because he said like 7 times.
It's
so
because it's not. It
fucking
doesn't.
wrong. It's just retarded and wrong anyway, but it's doubly because these people will call themselves fans and they don't know anything about the thing they're a fan of. So like
Yeah.
it's doubly offensive because it's saying movies don't need to have stories, which is wrong and
Yes.
offensive anyway. And then it's saying that games are shit because they don't have stories either, which is wrong factually and wrong fucking ethically. God damn it.
No, I totally agree with you. Also, Brooks, I'm going to add 2 more that most people don't consider. Gungrave had an anime adaptation in like the early 2000s, which is based off the games and actually added a lot of character depth.
Okay.
And Devil May Cry had a 2007 anime adaptation, same
Mm.
thing, added
That
a
one
lot
I'm-
more depth to Dante as a character.
That one I remember being decent. I didn't finish it though. I should go back and I should watch that one and then watch the one where they fucked it all up.
Don't
should
watch the one
actually-
where they don't watch Adi Shankar's
Just check it
fucking.
out.
It will make you racist and it will make you root for genocide. So don't watch it.
Well, I was thinking I should rephrase the question to which video game adaptation had the least amount of lore or story to work with and then resulted in the best like actual product. Because like Platoon has mentioned, Mario had a lot to work with, and that's where the frustration comes from. You didn't do anything.
Well, there's different types. Like you've had Warcraft, which is dog shit. You had Tomb Raider, which is dog shit. You had the original Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie, which was better but still not great. You had the first Resident Evil movie, which kind of took itself seriously, and then it just degraded into like that. The worst part of the Resident Evil movies was when Wesker. It was that fucking ending where Wesker was promising to team up with the heroes, and like the White House is being assaulted by like millions of zombies. The next movie never even mentioned it. It never happened.
Yeah, the continuity of those movies are weird.
But at least back in the day, they were kind of trying to tell a story. Now it feels way more like pandering. Like remember Ready Player One, when it was just basically this. It was just remember this character and this character and this fucking character.
Even
Dog
that
shit.
tries to have a story though. It's awful, but there's a bit of a story there. There's a kind of bit of character there.
But they ignore, like I was saying before, there is some story, but like he's in a dirty shithole, and instead of like the story being about how like they're being distracted from how horrible the world is, it was literally just enjoy all these shitty references.
I love how none of us have mentioned Borderlands, even though that's a movie that's come out recently.
Oh,
That
we all forgot
fucking
about
memory
it.
hold,
That's
yeah,
fine.
memory hold completely. I don't think I ever would remember that movie again if I didn't just look it up.
There was Uncharted, which sucked.
Oh,
Um,
you know what? Oh God, what was it? Fuck, what was that game where you go to hell and you play as Dante? Thank you. Sorry. Okay. Dante's Inferno had a really good animated adaptation as well. And there wasn't a whole, like, the game was pretty superficial in the lore, but the
God of
animated
War.
adaptation kind of filled in a bit of things.
Well, they at least try to tell a story about the game. Now they just go, fuck the game. We want to write it for people who've never played them. Yet
Right, mass
include.
audience. Yeah.
But this is the like Mass Effect is getting a show, and he said we're gonna write it for non-gamers. I don't know what the fuck that means. But what it really means is we're going to write it for retards and contradict the games, yet fill it with tons of references and shit you need to play the games to know. And if you don't play the game, so you have this weird kind of fucking contradiction where if I play the game, I'm aware of how much you've ruined it, and if I don't play the game, I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Exactly, they fuck it up completely instead of finding
Fallout
that
did that.
balance. Yeah.
The thought
It's like-
process for making these all for a broad audience doesn't make sense when the gaming audience is significantly bigger than the movie audience. When
Plus,
you think about it.
if you just tell the game, the non-gamers will get the game story.
Exactly.
like-
If it's a good
it's not-
story, then just add up. You're gonna get people who know what they should be expecting, and if it's a good story, you're gonna get new people on board. That means you have faith in the fucking story. It's so strange when they want to just twist it to it. Now it appeals to fucking nobody.
Yeah, the Halo. Yeah, because people are mentioning the Halo show was a great example. There is so
Oh,
much,
ugh.
so much lore to it, not just the games, but there's like a dozen fucking books and there's comics as well and animated stuff that you can adapt. And they just, let's take his helmet off and make him a fucking fag. Yeah, that's a great idea.
They had the Covenant, which is waging a genocidal war against humanity. They had the leader adopt a human daughter. Fucking stupid. And there was a
That's so
scene
stupid.
where the flood is this like fucking life-ending threat, and like they give the flood to some woman, and next season 3 she was going to science up an answer to the fucking flood.
The flood is one of the most memorable parts of the game for me. I love those creatures, those guys leaping at you, and everything I've heard about the show is them just bastardizing it, man. And
There's
you
a
don't
gay-
take off Master Chief's helmet. You just don't do that. It's crazy.
There's an albino gay Spartan and his black lover, and they're like going no as the Covenant are killing each other, and I was just like,
Oh
what
my
the fuck
God.
am I watching?
It's like the fucking Klingon in Starfleet who does poetry and heals people and he's in a dress. They just need to take these creatures and like completely strip them of any like masculinity or intimidation. I don't know why they keep doing it, man. Glug. We're gonna have a list of all these people, all the different creatures and species they've done it to.
God, sucked ass. Like
Yeah.
I can't remember a good video. Oh, maybe Sonic, but that's about it.
Yeah, Sonic and Detective Pikachu are really the only good ones that are that were made by a Western team, like a Hollywood team, that are actually
Yeah.
decent.
The lead actor in Detective Pikachu is so bad. It's distracting.
That's a
I
good
can't
point.
like the movie. Yeah, he's really bad.
You don't root for him as a protagonist, but like there's other elements in that movie that help it stand up at the very least, even if you don't like what was his name? It's like a Jussie Smollett knockoff or something is his name.
Yeah, I forget his name though.
Well, for those of you who've seen it, what about Uncharted and like Five Nights at Freddy, like some of the recent ones that have come out?
Uncharted
was
sucked.
terrible.
Yeah.
It's Uncharted 1, 2, and 4 all smashed together. Like Antonio Banderas is the villain. Then they make the bald fucking black woman the villain in the end, who's got like no character. Fucking sucks. Because they copied the game, because Nadine betrays fucking Rafe, whatever his name is. So they had that in the movie, even though it didn't make any sense.
Filthy cash. Yes, it does. Yeah, there's actually a lot of movie adaptations I forgot about. The Assassin's Creed movie was fucking awful with Michael Fassbender, and that felt like it was going to be a slam dunk because of the casting. Those Silent Hill movies before the most recent ones were awful. The Tomb Raider one is awful. I hate to say it. I know it's not a good movie, but I liked the Doom movie with The Rock and Carl Urban.
So I heard that's at least fun.
It's fun.
No?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's not a good movie, but it's fun.
This is why I'm looking through this. I'm like, yeah, it's very rare. Like you'll get ones that are fun or like cheesy fun type of thing. Mortal Kombat, Doom. It's really rare that you'll get one that's actually quality. Like it's just.
I actually liked Prince of Persia. It's a shit movie. I know it,
But it's fun.
Exactly. You see how everyone needs that disclaimer of like, but it's shit. I liked it though. It's. We need to find one that is
Like,
actually properly.
You've got Persians. You've got Jake Gyllenhaal, who plays a fucking Iranian. You've got Michael Sheen, who's Welsh, playing an Iranian, like a sultan. It's like it's just full of white actors, and I'm going, "Hey, I like this. This is totally fine."
Yeah, Gemma Arterton was like a 20 out of 10 in that movie too. Oh, she looked great in that little outfit.
Even the Mortal Kombat movie from a couple years ago, even though they missed the mark and like they fucked up, like it could have been so much better. It's still a million times better than this. It's much more self-aware, and the gore and some of the fight scenes carried it just alone. Where this movie, there's nothing to point at. There's legitimately no redeemable moment or scene to compliment.
What was the main character's name?
Nobody gives a fuck about the OC. He's the worst part about the movie. I literally, I had my disclaimer in, even though they fucked it up, and it should have been about Scorpion and Sub-Zero and everyone else. But they invent this fucking shitbox OC and have him take over the movie. But I think they've corrected it and deleted him for the second movie.
Well, he's there. You see him in the background. I hope he dies. Like, it was so pointless. And then Raiden was a prick.
I hope he like chokes on like a bag of Skittles or something humiliating, like, just something that's self-aware to let us know that they know he was shit, and just like, you know how Rose Tico just got fucking banished in The Rise of Skywalker, that type of shit. I want something like that because he was garbage and it's such a waste.
Oh
you
my
have
god!
all these characters to work with,
Number
and you
two.
create an OC.
Mortal Kombat 2's next month, and we said this before. Johnny Cage, it's Liu Kang or Johnny Cage, but Johnny Cage works in terms of like he's the guy dropped into the story. He represents the audience.
Yes,
but like how they gonna explain everything? Because like the first film basically didn't happen, but then it kind of did because all the characters are together.
Fuck it, just re-roll the dice. We know what we're watching. Bring back Kano, delete the OC. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, Kano's back. Kano had his neck snapped and he's back. Goro was cut in half and he's back. Everyone's back.
Let's just try it again. Just restart. The movie should start with like one of those restart sequences or some shit. Nobody cares, man.
You can't take this one by itself. Like, they go, take it by itself, but I need to watch the first movie to know what the fuck's going on.
I don't know. I just think they know what they're doing, and we're all ready to have fun with these movies. Where, again, they'll still tell more of a story than the fucking Mario movie. My expectations are low, but I know they'll do something with it. Reason we roasted that movie the way we did is because it's rare that you come across a movie that's empty, that there's just not much to talk about.
It's
and
like
the only thing we talk about is missed opportunity. That's it.
It's a condom. You slip it on, you stretch it out, and then it's done. You throw it away. That's what it is. It's hollow. You fill it with whatever you need to fill it with, and then you throw it away.
No, he's right, because that's what people are doing. It's so empty that people have to add their own bullshit, like their political aspects to it.
I love the way that you can say things, Reaper, and all of us immediately fucking picture it. I'm just picturing a floppy used condom now.
Oh man.
Next slide.
Oh, God.
he was waiting because he was faster than I was.
How many times have we seen this though? Millie, what are you doing, girl?
But I see this on Twitter where guy says something retarded, gets backlash, and then goes, "Ha! I'm getting backlash. I must have wound up the wrong trolls." And you just go, "It's just what's the fucking point? You're getting a reaction to a fucking problem you said."
Yeah.
And then it's so manufactured and artificial. It's like we need to cause like controversy because nobody's excited for the movie. Nobody gives a shit about Supergirl.
I wonder whether this is also preemptive on their part because of that. Like, hasn't it been through like 7 test screenings and everyone's basically said nah.
Yep.
So they know it's not going to do well. So now the only thing left to gain some kind of credibility out of it is to tie yourself to a captive audience.
Yep. This is we saw it with Reva, we saw it with Snow White, countless others, and it usually means you don't have a fucking story of any kind, so you got to do this shit. And I just, what sucks is I just wish Millie was a bit. I'm gonna hope that she got like tricked into this shit because she's got so many people that like her and want to root for her because of her performance.
Well, that's what I think. What's made this so doubly annoying is because it's just the same thing that every fucking dumb bin in Hollywood likes to say. But B, okay, so young women always get backlash in franchise projects, says the notably popular Rhaenyra Targaryen. In fact, the notably popular version of Rhaenyra Targaryen, like the one people actually like. The reason I was kind of half hoping for the Supergirl movie is because I think she's really good. So
Exactly.
backlash? What backlash? We all really liked you until you started sounding like everybody else.
There's a
nonsense.
really weird quote that feels like it's tacked on, like this all is marketing. Like she said, so being that House of Game of Thrones or whatever character, it definitely made me aware that simply existing as a woman in that space is something that people comment on. We've become very comfortable having this weird ownership of women's bodies. I can't really stop them.
Bitch, what are you
I
talking
remember
about?
pointing that out on Twitter when she said it's like nobody who is a normal human being who actually has thoughts that transfer into words uses phrases like ownership of women's body. It's such a cult speak thing.
Mhm.
It's the
Mhm.
kind of thing that only a
Calculated.
very small percentage of people who are all probably university educated and really smart, which is why they all think exactly the same thing. They're the only people who speak like this. No normal person uses those words.
And
was
the
it?
character
Yeah.
she plays, like the lack of self-awareness in that makes me think it can't be her. Because if she understands Rhaenyra's story, it's such a critical part of her story, the ownership of women's bodies and the role that women play in that society. She should be well aware of how you can have a balanced take on it, like she experienced. And then there's other ones. But it just feels like she should be smart enough not to fucking say this, or at least not get manipulated into saying this shit. And it's disappointing that she's not.
Well, she probably has not that much experience because what
Yes.
is it? It's House of the Dragon, then this.
But that's what I mean. Like, even with just that, the character that she played and the specific plot of that story should have prepared her to understand that you can write women in a balanced take where everyone will appreciate, because she's literally experienced it. And then there's things like this that are shit. So I just, it's such a bad move, man. Like, she's deleting all her fucking fan support overnight with one comment.
Who's
That's kinda-
objectifying Millie Alcock? Seriously.
I mean, have you seen the pictures? She looks about 40.
But who's objectifying her? Like, no one's looking at this man face and thinking like, oh, let me objectify.
She's
No,
got
no one's thinking that.
In House of the she's very pretty in House of the Dragon is about as far as you'll get. I mean, it's the internet and she's a woman, so I'm sure there are people out there who have done it because that's how humans work, and
That was
particularly
2
on the
years
internet.
ago.
But like, it was a while ago as well. But also, it's like, yeah, it's like, again, the internet people are disgusting. Like, who doesn't know this? And it works in both ways too, because women will do exactly the same thing for a Henry Cavill, and nobody thinks that's a problem. Oh,
Mhm.
naked Thor in Love and Thunder? Ah,
Mhm.
he's so hot. Half fucking naked woman in any other show? Ah, stop objectifying women. Man has to go through obsessive fucking fitness regimes and take steroids to get in shape for a movie. That's great. He's hot. Women is asked to suck stomach in for 2 seconds. Ah, it's intolerable sexism.
Tragedy. Absolutely disgusting. It's, I don't know.
But like, she again, she's probably living rough. Have you seen her teeth? Like, the teeth were a little bit bent in the first movie, but if you zoom in on the trailer, they look like a row of bombed houses. They look
She
like,
looks like she's been partying. Like, she was definitely
I
cuter
think
in
that's
House of
it.
the Dragon. I'll give her that. Like, that
She
one
looks
shot
like
that
this
Joker
guy.
was I
Yeah.
know,
Well,
I know. They
closer,
could
yeah.
be brother and sister. I'll admit it. But she is much cuter on Hot D, and I genuinely think she's been doing the party life since then with her fame and fortune.
Well, I think
What's
it's
the
more
problem?
an issue of like the makeup and because we had this issue with Superman, or at least I did too. What's his face? Who played Superman?
David Cornsweet.
Cornsweet.
Yeah, David
Cornsweet.
Cornsweet. He looked fucking phenomenal in all of like the promotional photo shoots for that movie for magazine spreads, and then they made him look like a dingus in the movie. So I feel like this is just like a James Gunn aesthetic problem more than anything, because it's very easy to turn an ugly girl into a cute girl with the right team.
and a pound of makeup.
Yes.
But like, it's A4. It's I think Brooks is right. She's partying because when you're attractive, you also need to have like, you need to live the lifestyle. It's why Salma Hayek still looks good even though
Yep.
she's like 60, because she
Yep.
goes to bed early. She doesn't
Nothing-
do like drugs.
Nothing will age you like partying. I've seen it,
And
like,
the
fighters.
adrenochrome that she's probably taking as well. Let's not forget that.
She's probably got like when you're sitting in her house, she probably offers you a fetus and she like breaks its neck and sucks the fluid out of it.
But like they used to, not the adrenochrome stuff, but the party stuff used to make her kind of endearing because you can. I think it's one of the award shows. I think when House of the Dragon won, and she's kind of quite clearly drunk, but it's charmingly drunk as opposed to boorishly drunk. So it's like kind of made her seem a bit more normal and relatable. Maybe the partying has got too hard since then. I don't know.
Exactly. You need to find that proper balance, not have a toxic relationship with it. And it seems, based on her skin and the way things are looking, it just seems like she's.
Is she English? Is Millie
She's
Alcock?
Australian.
Oh.
I believe so.
Okay. No, just I've seen what the sun does to that Aussie skin, and it's not nice. So that's probably not working in her favor.
I actually I went for a haircut the other day, and this guy says, "You look younger than I am." I was like, "But that's because I'm a YouTuber. I never see the sun, so that's probably why."
Well, yeah, we're from a cold, wet island with no sunlight, and then suddenly let's put them on a fucking desert island with nothing but sun. But. Yeah, like the Supergirl, isn't it? All the test screenings, like the number one issue is she's deeply unlikable.
Yes,
that's like, and when your main character is unlikable, you can't save the movie.
You're done. You're done.
You're done.
Look at She-Hulk, man. Like the only thing people remember about that show is that she was a cunt. Nobody can remember an episode or a plot point. They just remember how unlikable and how her being unlikable was more memorable than the bad CGI. The CGI thing was like a meme for the first few episodes, but her shitty characterization. I wish there was a season 2.
Oh, it was awesome. Like her friends going, "I'll back you up no matter what, Jen." Jen gets fired. Well, Jen, I'm going to stay in this office. And,
her friend, her friend was the best part. Like, just paying attention to how terrible she was and how much the writers like weren't aware of it. Like, she was a monster. Oh God, that show.
Oh, like the speed, like the guy fucks her and then dumps her, and she's like, "Whatever, I didn't need him anyway."
How many
and I was
guys
just like,
did she fuck
I love
that show.
I love watching her life just be a train wreck, and she never knows that she is the problem.
They never acknowledge it, and in the end, she just goes and like breaks the third wall and like changes the entire universe to suit her her needs. It's just it's fucking terrible character. And again, the fact that this is reminding us of She-Hulk is not a good thing. And you know, it's interesting how we don't talk about Superman whatsoever when we discuss this movie. It's almost like they're not like directly, connected.
Well, Superman wasn't a movie.
That. It wasn't a movie, but also whenever you do that, then you just end up back in the wait. How did she not know about the rape everyone to death plan? Like, is that going to be? I will be talking about it when I review this movie, but I'm kind of Supermaned out until then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, isn't there have you seen the trailer where the guy shows up and then shoots the dog with a very slow acting poison that gives him 3 days to solve the problem? It's like this is so it's Rocket Raccoon again. We have to go back and find his cybernetics don't work. We have to find the guy who fucked him up. It's so lazy. He's copying himself, James Gunn.
And he's not even technically writing this one. So he's told somebody else to copy him, which is even worse. He can't even be bothered to copy himself.
Oh God, this movie, it's going to be dog shit. And then Lobo, like from the trailer, she's saving him. Lobo, who's strong as Superman.
Ugh, of course. We just saw it with Peach. Don't be shocked. But I just think, do you feel his entire reputation, everything is riding on this film? Like it's ride and die with this movie? Because Man
of Tomorrow is going to be, assuming we ever get there, that will be the make or break for the Gunverse. Because that's the one that he's hinged everything on. He said he's rushed into development. He's so far ahead that they really want to get this out really quickly. That's obviously the one I think that they are banking on. If that this will not do well. This is not going to make as much money as Superman, and it didn't cost that much less than Superman. Clayface, not going to make as much money. It might make money profit-wise because it apparently didn't cost anything to make, but Man of Tomorrow is kind of like the DCU now, I think. It's going to be weird if it dies before they ever get around to including a Batman, but they probably will, because James Gunn is the only person on the planet who can't figure out how to do Batman.
No, what we'll get is we'll get the Batman Part 2, which is not a part of it.
Yes, that's what I want.
And that'll do really well. That'll do so much better than Superman. It'll be really embarrassing for him.
You're here.
Keep it fucking separate. We had the Penguin that renewed life into the Batman, and everybody wants the Batman Part 2. No one gives a fuck about this, Even people who weren't big on this movie can acknowledge that there's more potential here than Supergirl and Farm Clayface or whatever the fuck.
Although it does slightly put a little bit of dread in me, because the last time I really remember people saying the sequel to a really popular superhero movie is a really different type of superhero movie, it was Joker 2. That was a very different type of Joker
damn.
movie.
Like, oh my god, that one, fuck. And it wasn't just a terrible sequel, it deconstructed the first movie. Like, I've never known such a spiteful movie because the wrong people liked it.
That's all I've ever fucking heard about that movie, is that it's one of the most spiteful,
Watch
hateful,
it.
worst sequels ever.
He gets raped. He gets raped by security guards. He gets. Oh, he didn't get raped. He just got sodomized with a nightstick. Like, that's
He got
a big
gangbanged.
difference.
He didn't get just raped. He got gangbanged in the showers by 3 guards randomly.
By Brendan Gleeson.
Yep.
Fucking. They rape the and then after he gets raped, he goes, "I'm not the Joker anymore." So all Batman had to do was rape him.
To save Gotham.
It's still part of his no-kill rule. So he's done more damage to people. So what Joker can't sit down for a few days? You know what I mean? All Batman needs to do the right thing and rape sanity back into Joker.
The solution.
His dick has got cure for mental illness. His bat goo is literally a fucking crazy antidote.
Can you imagine how much crime Batman would stop if he just started raping everyone?
Well, imagine you had Bane. Bane got raped by Batman. If Bane can get raped, anyone can get raped. And instead of the bat signal,
it's a rape signal. I was about to say that. This is the rape signal.
It's a giant cock in the cloud.
50% efficient than the bat signal.
It's a really a good new spin on rape alarms that women carry around. Is that you press a button and he comes and rapes your assailant. That's what a rape alarm is now.
I'm just thinking the Bane lines like, "You were born in the darkness. I was molded it. Mold this."
I was raped in the darkness, and now I don't want to come out.
I'm gonna be thinking about this during the intro, and tell me watch the intro for the Batman now. Fucking
instead of the Batmobile, it's a dirty white van he shows up in and grabs people. It's a classic pedophile van. And he's got bat condoms, he's got bat gadgets, and it's just a fucking vibrator. Yeah, I mean, that would be more entertaining. I mean, the Batman had good bits in it, but he was a stupid detective. The guy was a fucking idiot in the movie.
Is it terrible how the person who was the biggest fan of the Batman on this panel currently has no microphone? So it's kind of
not only do I have a poor quality mic, my 77-year-old father is talking to Alexa on full blast in the background. This is my fucking life.
Is he just having a conversation with it like a normal person, or is he ordering?
No, he's having a convo.
He's talking. Oh, well, that's funny. Next slide.
The Batman Part 2 might be good. Who knows? We'll see.
At least we're using them. We never use the slides. We always talk about random stuff for about 3 hours and waste Cynic's time.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay, though. I'm on producer duty today. I don't know if anyone actually found this interesting. I did, but...
Sort of. I can see why. What did you find interesting about it, Mr. Man with no microphone?
Well, they're cutting this. Okay, I'll talk for a second and then actually go back to you professionals with real microphones. I thought it was interesting that they cut a 4-year deal, considering the other slide that I was going to show with the decline of 100,000 jobs over the last 10 years in Hollywood. Is fascinating to me.
Well, yeah, they said that the writers' strike was going to have like a big problem of they get more money, but they'll have less jobs, and they're also pushing more money towards Asia to do like more because it's way cheaper, and you also have like fucking less safety standards and less red tape.
And these things are directly connected as well. Like for all people don't like the idea of writers being replaced by AI. That's one very small part of an overall deal. You can basically trace the huge decline in jobs in Hollywood to the last Writers Guild of America strike. That was one major thing. But also to the fact that it's based in California. And it was interesting because I did read that I think Adam Schiff has basically said, hey, yeah, this is really bad. maybe we need to have some tax incentives for people to stay there, which is always interesting when politicians say that, because like selectively they will acknowledge that high tax, high regulation kills industry, but they will only do it selectively. You'll carry on representing the state of California, making life shit for everybody else, but the Hollywood people, they might get a tax break. The people who least deserve it, in other words. So those two things put together don't make for a very healthy thing. What I would be interested to see and have not looked up is whether overall movie making jobs in America are declining to the same degree, or whether most of it is internal migration out of California. And I suspect it is. I think most of these are going to places like Georgia, which have very healthy tax incentives. And it is just acknowledging reality. It costs so much, and you have to abide by so many rules and regulations to do business in California. So obviously, major businesses look at that and say, well, it's cheaper next door, so we'll go there instead. Yeah, lessons there to be taken. Politicians will not learn them.
Was it Texas had a huge thing during the COVID years that they were going to start giving incentives to film. There's that whole commercial with Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson where they reprised their True Detective roles. I don't know if anyone remembers that.
No.
But there's Exodus. I think I can't remember if it was someone shared the article here in like our chat or whatever, but also that it looks like Hollywood is going in the direction of like Detroit, in which there are so many people leaving the industry and there's so few jobs being created in California that they're all it's becoming Detroit 2.0 basically at the rate they're going.
It's because the local government's corrupt, and instead of taking the money and putting it into other things and diversifying their like economic income, they put all the eggs in one basket, then take it for granted, then destroy it, and then they just go, fuck it, I'm rich, I'll move on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's still a premium to being there. Obviously, all the infrastructure is there, and the climate is great, and it's nice. There are nice gated communities you can live in if you're rich enough, where you don't see all of the bad things that happen there. But either those things have there is a cost associated with all of those things. You can make the cost so great that all of the perks and the attractions are no longer worth it. You're seeing this all over those parts of America at the moment. I don't think it's any bad thing, really. These are not people who have served the movie industry well. Writers Guild of America went on strike last time with no leverage whatsoever, and made the lives not only of their own union members, but everybody associated with them, all the people who rely on them for their own local economy, made their lives worse as well, in order to placate people like Rachel Ziegler, who was saying, no, I deserve to be paid for standing in a dress during a terrible movie for every second it's on streaming. Like, no one has sympathy with this stuff. You people are insane. Like, why do you have minimum writers' room sizes when all of your writers are shit? The problem isn't that there are too few shit writers in the room. The problem is there are too many shit writers in the room, and all you're doing is saying, no, we demand more money, guaranteed minimum staffing. We demand protection from the consequences of our own decisions. Not going to work. You see it everywhere else. I mean, because that affected video games as well. I remember we had to spend a long time using Scratch audio, longer than we wanted using Scratch audio for Judas, because that was sort of coinciding with some of the writer strikes. But then you also see the counter incentives, which is that other countries don't have these problems. Like, I am not part of the Writers Guild of America. I could technically be used as a voice easily because I'm not unionized, and I'm also not under the jurisdiction. So you're just incentivizing people to look around, and that can actually have really positive effects. You get new people, new points of view, better writing quality from places like South Korea, where they do very good dramas at the moment. It's just consequences of your own actions. The Writers Guild is trying to strike their way away from those things, but it's not going to work.
Yeah, it's an overproduction of the elites. We see this in universities. Like, universities are just like trying to smuggle in as many people as humanly possible. But then like technology and AI is having white collar jobs shrink. So it's more and more people competing for less and less jobs. And it's going to fucking ruin everything. It's all going to collapse.
I mean, some of those things are interesting because I tried to look at the figures. So there's been a couple of studies out about whether AI is actually destroying jobs. And because most of the long-term projections are that it will add jobs. And that is the case with any new technology and always has been. Like, it's an immediate drop, which upsets lots of people. That if you allow it to go through, it creates way more jobs and way more prosperity. And I think at the moment, even companies which are at the moment more likely to admit to using AI in their workflows are actually the companies which are not seeing massive declines in hiring. They're just shifting the types of people they hire. Like, the number of positions you would imagine get automated out of existence in, say, software development. Software development is currently got the most open job listings, I think, of almost any other industry in America, and it's increasing. So these things are kind of slightly overstated. We like dooming about technology in this country in a way that most people in East Asia do not. Usually in the long run, these things work out for the better. Like if the same people bitching about AI had won back in the Industrial Revolution, we would be even more dirt poor than we currently are in this country. And also, it's the major problem is that I don't like the idea of using it for creative things. But then we've tried using humans for creative stuff in Hollywood for ages, and what have they given us? It's nothing. You almost don't want AI trained on Hollywood writers' scripts because it will become retarded. Why would you want that? So it's the one good thing the Writers Guild has done.
But then that might because we all say it's about horror movies. It's usually the worst movie because it's the lowest bar of entry. But AI will make it'll make CGI and all that much more cheaper. So the terrible people who start off doing horror films and before they gain experience, they'll go straight into every other genre. Because
can you imagine Chris Stuckman? Oh no, he wouldn't have got his start on Shelby Oaks. Chris Stuckman gets his feature debut doing Dune Part 4.
That's the thing. Like they actually will be able to do like Chris Stuckman's superhero adventure where the main character Chris is just depressed. He just doesn't want to critique criminals. But that's the thing. It won't make people better. It'll just lower the bar of entry for everyone.
Yeah. Which can have some massively beneficial, because there will be a higher floor in quality for some mechanical things. It's the controversy of it. Is it DLSS 5 when NVIDIA announced it? And they did the worst thing they could do to announce it, which is say, hey, look, it can make everything look exactly the same, which is the thing everybody hates about AI anyway, is the image generation. It's about the worst PR disaster any nascent industry has ever had. Because most people see that on their timelines and they think, well, that's what AI does and that makes it shit. And then that's the conversation as opposed to all of the other stuff that it does. The other stuff that it does, including, like, you will not have frame rate problems in any game ever if that gets rolled out massively because of the way it generates missing frames instead. The amount of compute that is saved on your local machine by taking a lot of work away from your RAM, which is good because AI is taking all of your RAM anyway. It will mean like basic, very small budget things will suddenly have the ability to produce games with the technical performance and graphical fidelity of currently AAA video games. Unfortunately, it won't tell people how to write them better. They'll look better, they will run better, they will probably be really shit, but that's what always happens when you raise the floor. Talentless people have access to stuff that allows them to produce better technically, but less inspired creations.
Well, that's a good point. But another thing, films might become like, Steam, where there's like hundreds and hundreds of games, and you have to be seen immediately because everyone will be able to make a movie. So some people may be making higher quality stuff, but it's buried in a deluge of shit.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? So it'll actually, finding stuff will be even harder because even now we have bad movies, but it's like a month and then we have Mortal Kombat and then you might have 2 or 3 movies in 1 month. Next, you'll have 12 each month, which will like nobody. So like that might have like another effect of people just tuning out because it's and only seeing tentpole movies. Never know.
Although everything, it'll be interesting to see. I do think the Writers Guild of America will lose, whatever the case, because they are already worse at their jobs than AI currently is. So that'll be nice to see.
Next slide.
Oh no! Speaking of things that are going to look kind of okay and probably be shit.
Looks generic.
That's basically what Hollywood has learned because people have said stop like race swapping characters and they go, okay, we'll make the characters look like characters and then we will hollow them out into nothing. So it's kind of, I don't know what would you even call that?
I don't know. So the things working in this movie's favor, it's not Illumination. That's good. And it's not animated, so it might. No, it's not. That's not going to make it any better at all. What am I talking about? It might look okay because they're filming some stuff where they filmed The Lord of the Rings, as the slide tells us here. I have no idea what they're going to do. Does Sony have better writers generally on staff than Illumination does? Probably.
Madam Web.
Oh shit, maybe not.
All right, we're safe. We're good to go. I was gonna say it's harder to judge this one just from a clip. Like I think I'd have to actually see some performances and like,
a trailer at the very least.
At the very least, yeah. This one, I have no idea.
It's just I'm not even a Zelda fan, but when the images first leaked with the casting several months ago, I was like, oh, this just looks, there's no art direction to it. There's no style. They're going for hyper realistic, which means everything is going to look super bland and like it's a still from literally any other fantasy thing you've seen in the last 5 to 10 years. And that's it. If you told me this was Game of Thrones, I'd believe you. It looks the same.
No, it doesn't.
It's not quite dark enough to be Game of Thrones. You can
Yeah.
see people.
At least the
So,
costumes are good. Whereas fucking this is just fucking Rings of Power, Wheel of Time, Witcher. They're all fucking identical.
Yeah, those ones. But part of the reason we adore these shows is like House of the Dragon has fantastic costumes, and this looks plain. This looks like the ones where you can just you have no idea which one is from. They're all the same. Just
Cosplayers have
generic
done
media.
better jobs.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and
Well,
then when you
it's like-
consider how like vibrant and colorful and varied all of the design in all of the Zelda games is, it's almost one of those that it kind of deserves to be in animation. You can make it so much more
Agreed.
obviously Zelda if you do it in animation. Otherwise, you do run the risk of like you say, making this a bit more of a generic fantasy type thing. And then then the strength is going to be, do they get the story right, the characters right, the themes right? I don't trust that they are able to do that. Video game adaptations of the bar for those apparently just doesn't even fucking exist because the Mario movie is going to make $1 billion. So
Also, Sony wrote the Uncharted movie. Let's not forget that.
yeah.
Well, the only Zelda game I've played is Ocarina of Time. Does in the new ones, does Princess Zelda have the bow? Does she like fight or?
Not as
Because
far
she's
as I
using-
recall.
Yeah, so like it feels like what they'll do is they'll do the Princess Peach thing where Link will, he'll have occasional things to fight, but it'll be her story. She'll be the main character. She'll do most of the fighting. They
That
just
could be-
won't
I mean,
make
so
Link a total cook.
She will teach him things. She's quite often cast in the role of mentor, or she knows more. So like said, if Link wakes up after a long period of his sleep or begins the story with amnesia, like she will often be in a role where she fills in lots of gaps and like is useful to him.
Mhm.
But not always. I mean, I might be misremembering an occasion where she does do a lot of fighting. There might be one. It's just not coming to mind at the moment. But
They'll invent
generally,
one. They'll invent one if there isn't one. After what we
Yeah.
saw with Peach, like she's probably gonna have all the powers. Wouldn't be surprised.
Well, what they'll probably you think they would be more like a Duncan Egg thing of Link's the fighter and she's the knowledgeable royal. She teaches him about the world. But
Yeah.
if she's taking up a martial actual position, then what's Link's role? Because he's the fighter, he's the hero, he's the guy with the master sword. And you go,
yeah.
well, she's got a bow, she's support. I go, I won't. Guarantee she'll take the bow off and hit people with it. It'll just be a club. They always do that every time. Legolas never did that because he's fucking smart. He had swords when he needed to.
And he picked up his arrows.
Yeah.
That's one detail that I actually really appreciate. He picked up those fucking arrows instead of just having them
Remember the
respawn.
scene in Fellowship where Aragorn's fighting the one orc and Legolas is just like sniping
Choo!
people?
Mhm, mhm.
Choo! Yeah, it's called Amon Hen. It's a masterpiece. I remember being like just one of the moments of like pure investment where I have no idea what the fuck is gonna happen and I'm worried about every single character. Amon Hen is like one of the best scenes ever. But the way they portray Legolas in that scene, you see that he's elite with that bow. The choreography is fantastic.
Well, like, is Zelda more about magic? Isn't she like that's her kind of power? She's a
Yes.
ruler and she's got like the Triforce. I don't know if they still keep that now, but
Well, the Duncan
Like-
Egg reference you mentioned should be the way they go, where they balance each other out in terms of the knowledge that they have. But this is modern days, and she's got a vagina, so they're gonna make her overpowered as fuck and ruin her, like Peach and everyone else.
It's gonna be so funny if people just don't notice that again, like with Peach. I'm still staggered that how yeah, there's no girl bosses in Mario. Okay, whatever.
There's-
You weren't watching the film.
there's two. There's two.
The opening scene is Rosalina floating in the air, presenting you to herself to the audience as the girl boss, and then goes to her kids and doesn't want to read the story about the boring ass plumbers because she wants to talk about Peach. That's all in like the first minute. What are you people talking about?
Well,
It's crazy.
she's beaten Bowser Jr. and it's only when he takes the Star Kid hostage that like fucking she loses. She doesn't lose because he overpowers her. He loses because he cheats. Fucking hate that movie.
Yeah, oh God, yeah. I really don't want to have to hate this movie too, but it's early days. So that's 2027, right? That movie's releasing, I think.
Yeah.
So there's
2027.
time we will learn more doubtless as the year rolls on as to whether or not there is reason for hope. Probably not. There very rarely is, but
Don't hope. That's the message of this episode. Fuck hope.
And Batman could rape more people. There's a secondary message.
true, there's hope for that.
There's fear. No hope and nothing but fear of rape. That's where we are. Oh, look, Minecraft movie.
Yeah, speaking of no hope, a year ago today, and it made so much money, and people are still talking about it every single day because it was so brilliantly memorable, and still it was somehow more characterful and plot heavy than Mario was. But here we are. Mario doesn't even have a chicken jockey. What's it got going for it? It doesn't even have a lava chicken. It doesn't even have fucking memes. How does it make money if it doesn't have memes?
It's a good question.
Yeah, it doesn't have any insufferable moments where adults go there and like harass everyone at the theater. Because that's how you know you've got a great movie, when you've got man children fucking bothering people.
What it does have is a Jack Black. Both movies have that.
Yeah.
Doesn't it make
He's
it
in
so
his
much
video
better?
game era.
I'm done with this man. I'm done with him. Like, this is him just like phoning it in, not doing anything to offer anything to the movie. And he
He's
used to be
Jack
funny.
Black
He
in
had some talent in
everything.
the past. But now he's just Jack Black. He's just
You
phoning
know
it in.
what's kind of sad is now he'll be in at least 3, if Super Mario Galaxy hits 1 billion. He'll be in 3 recent video game adaptations that will have or have come close to hitting $1 billion worldwide, which means Jack Black's current tirade of "I want to adapt this game" and "I want to adapt this game,"
They'll
which
think he's the key.
Exactly. So they're going to give him free reign, likely, to anything he wants to decimate.
Possibly, and he'll play the same thing in each. Because I was just thinking, looking at this, you could use AI now to put Bowser in the Minecraft movie. You wouldn't have to rewrite the character; it's basically the same. He'll just make jaunty little songs.
He's like Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen just plays Seth Rogen. Jack Black just plays Jack Black. They're not even actors. They just like Jason Momoa plays Jason Momoa.
Yep.
They used to act. They used to do things, but they phoned it in during that stage of their career.
I would, maybe it's not even a stage of the career. Maybe it's just like we don't have Hollywood stars anymore. So a personality is what sells to the current audience more than anything.
Yeah,
Right?
True. It's true. Nobody goes to the movies for a
star
actor.
anymore.
Yeah, it just doesn't happen.
But if they feel like you're a personality that's relatable or that's fun or that you've seen online, and Jack Black is definitely one of them with all the stuff he's done online, then they'll go and see it and they'll invest some time into it. It's the same with Jason Momoa. I don't think he's actually had a cinematic flop in a very, very long time, given the track record of movies he's in and how he acts in them. Same with The Rock. The Rock is just The Rock in every movie. And he also does really well at the
There's
box
that
office.
4-picture thing of The Rock where it shows him in the gray shirt.
Yeah.
It's in 4 different movies. I think that ruined his career. Like that one image, just that. 'Cause I'm like, oh my God, there's no fucking way those are 4 different movies. Because everyone just kind of blanked out on like 5 years of his career where he made a bunch of generic action slop movies.
Right.
But then when you see the result of it and you see how much he's phoned it in, the movie he just did recently, the biopic, it's too late, bro. Like you've established yourself as this half-ass actor when he could have been so much more than that. He's way more talented than people give him credit for based on what he chose to take. So he made the money, but legacy time, he's wasted that opportunity completely.
Just
Probably
to
the
Dave
worst
L's
movie.
comment, like the Rock movies still make a lot of money though. Like the track record for money is bigger than the flop one.
Not
And
the
even-
smashing
The
machine.
flop.
Yeah, that's maybe the one exception in recent years. And then even for Jason Momoa, Aquaman 2 didn't do great, but it still is one of the top 2 best earning films in Snyderverse.
That's so bad.
Like, and that's how bad it is. Like people still, I think, made like $500 or $600 million at the box office, despite it not getting a sequel or anything. So he brings in money, like whatever he's in, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Well, brand power, innit? Like, just everyone's like, no, as everyone said, nobody cares about the actors. It's just Mario will make $1 billion. He could literally have Mario taking a shit for 2 hours and people will go see it. That's just all people care about is brands and IPs. Like, look at the Harry Potter stuff.
Mhm.
It's the Harry Potter movie, but worse in every way. Yeah, it's going to be one of the most watched things on HBO.
Yeah, an original story with wizards and witches that was coming to HBO wouldn't get as much as fanfare, even if it was better. But it has the name Harry Potter in it, so everyone's gonna jump on board and defend it, even if it's shit. It's so annoying to watch this cycle over and over again.
It's also the internet's playing a part of it. Like, we all have to go and see Barbie and Oppenheimer. We have to go and see the Minecraft movie and then tell everyone online that we've seen it.
We'll have
'Cause
to do
that's
it
what
again
sells.
because Minecraft Movie 2, I believe, is July next year.
Oh, I'm not
Yep.
doing that again.
Oh, so we got Mario, we got Zelda, Mario 3 whenever that comes out, and then Minecraft 2.
Video game movie adaptations, they keep coming. They're so good. So glad we're in this era.
Well, it's a weird standard because when they remake a film from 10 years ago, everyone hates it. But when you remake a game that's just as shit, people seem to be fine with it. It's a strange standard we don't apply.
It's the member berries because the people making the game adaptations put enough member berries where they know that, because this is going to be a hot take when I say it, most gamers are fucking stupid consumers more than anything.
Yeah.
And that's enough to
100%.
sell something to them. Case in point, the praise Mario Galaxy is getting and all of the praise for the Fallout TV show.
I think that applies to modern gamers more than anything, because one of the things that I pointed out or always noticed growing up is the best gamers, especially if we're talking PvP, are usually very intelligent people. I very rarely do I see someone who's talented in a game and they're an idiot. It just doesn't line up, you know? So I think approach is just the worst one to take, where
I think
gamers know what they should expect and know the potential in a game that even doesn't have a lot of story or lore to it. They know what you can do with it. So their expectations should be just as high. And making it like these people don't have standards and everything would just be for kids I think that's insane. It's so ignorant when video games have so much potential.
But look at what gamers do. Like, how many gamers, like, loot boxes were a thing. Like, will sell you pieces of the fucking game which should have been included in a separate package.
Right. Let's not
That's
forget,
not
like,
movie.
how much shit is just relegated to DLC. Then there's the whole online only thing that gamers completely let skate over them. There was a huge wave of like emerging merch that happened in like the late 2000s, early 2010s that also really took up. And then you look at the statistics, look at how much money people spend on games that they don't even end up playing. They have such severe FOMO. So like you can maybe, like what you're saying about maybe gamers in the 90s and early 2000s could be true, Brooks. But like the fact is most people that play games, like the general audience for at least the last 10 to 15 years, they'll consume literally anything.
Yeah, I should have clarified that more. I was referring more to like what I like experienced growing up. Like
I gotcha. No,
yeah.
I would agree with you.
Now
too,
it's
right?
just fucking everywhere, so you can't even, because someone just said explain
mainstream?
XQC, and it's just like, yeah, there's some people that are fucking retarded, but if you play enough games, you're gonna fucking perform at it. But generally,
DSP,
yeah.
Now with DSP, he got caught masturbating on stream,
Yes.
going, "Oh, the camera's on."
Oh shit, mid bone.
Well, it's because it hit mainstream. When things are niche and they first explode, they're
That's
really
the
good.
point.
Like games when like the 2000s, when he started to get popular, you had people who grew up in the 80s who you had such like a strict, like only really, really talented and passionate people could make games. Then they suddenly got a big injection of cash. Then like they can make all the game. They made Halo 3, they made the Mass Effect series, they do shit like that. Then the problem,
you weren't guaranteed a profit back then, so you actually had to have
You had to
interest
innovate
in the project. You had to innovate. You like it's just they know what an industry it is, so they just it's so insane watching that change that quickly. You know,
I agree.
no games are optimized. Like you come in, it's like 500 gig for like a fucking update, and it updates nothing because they just go fuck it, just throw it all out. None of them try and like save time or money or do any clever shortcuts. It's because it's become mainstream. Like you see these game companies and they've got a gigantic HR department. Whereas Halo 3, have you seen the voice actors for like Halo 2 with like Keith David, and he's got like a shitty blanket behind him because he's doing it in like a shitty cupboard because they were doing the best they could with what they had. They had passion and they were talented, and that beats having 500 Indians working in like a fucking call center.
They have no idea what the fuck they're doing. You know, it's completely different. I wish I had
all
more
designed by
examples, like in
committee.
terms of like game developers and the different mentalities behind them. Like EFAP would be better for that type of shit. Like they're really good when it comes to that shit. But understanding the change in mentality when it comes to game design is crazy to me. Like, do you remember fucking Donkey Kong is hard. It's challenging. It doesn't fucking hold your hand. They actually let gamers be gamers. Now everything is like, if you can't figure it out in 30 seconds, they'll have some NPC be like, hey, if you just pull the thing over there, and then they do it all for you. It's like, it's so ridiculous.
You know what the problem? Oh, go ahead, Platoon.
It's several things. It's partly following the money. So in big AAA gaming, it is just undeniably the case that everyone wants the most money they can possibly get. And outside of a major franchise with long-established IP, which Nintendo has an unusually high number of, the money recently has been in fucking online extraction shooters and loot box shooters and all the like Fortnite style. Everyone was trying to do one of those. Live service, exactly. Massive cultural shift, which is starting to go back because everyone's realized that most people can't do it, and also there's saturation and nobody really enjoys it, and also because the intention was to mimic somebody else's business model as opposed to understand why that thing was popular to begin with. The quality of everything is just so much worse. Like is it Marathon, the one that came out quite recently and just kind of disappeared already? At least you could see conceptually why Fortnite was popular originally, even though that's now not doing very well because it's sort of lost track of what it used to be good at.
I'm glad Fortnite came around because that sucked up all the loot box shit because everyone was spending money on that, like the retards were. So, like, I can actually get my single-player games. But
I mean, if Fortnite's also the one responsible for the loot boxes, wait, what are we saying here? Because if Fortnite didn't do it, then we wouldn't have literally 100 other games that started like single-player games.
I think that was going to be inevitable. Like Fortnite did it earliest in our market, but the live service model, as I understand it, anyway, is already very well as like games as a service has been a thing in China, particularly for ages. So someone was going to do it, and Fortnite just were the first people to do it, and then everybody else said, "Hey, we can do that too."
They all crashed. They all tried, and they all failed. And that's what you needed, these people to learn expensive lessons. But, like, there's another thing with gamers. Gamers also had Gamergate way early. Like, that was, like, proto, like, Me Too. Where Zoe Quinn didn't she, like, drove some guy to kill himself?
She did,
and then blamed all the gamers because all the fucking game journalists were lying about reviewing games or giving fake reviews out.
She slept her way to the top and then blamed it on gamers. Yeah. And then in return, literally gamers did fucking nothing about it. And we have the current industry now. Like, so, but just to add on, like, real quick to like the state of it, if you look at the people that are running like the AAA companies, especially, these aren't like legacy gamers or like IT guys or anything like that. They're movie guys. So the people that were in Hollywood started moving to games, and that's why you kind of see a lot of the culture shifting. You see the quality standards shifting, and you see a prioritization of just selling rather than like engagement and longevity.
Well, they were failures. They couldn't get into Hollywood, so they got into games, and then games got worse. Yeah,
because of them. Yeah,
gamers take shit. Like, if a movie came out and like you watched 2/3 of it and it went, the final act is $3.95, you have to pay for it, people go fuck off. But gamers do it. Gamers pay, do it, yeah. Which is the problem. So the quality never goes. Yeah, every time, every guy buys even if they go, this game's gonna be shit. See, I bought it at full price and all the DLCs and it was shit. I was like, well, yeah, because you paid for it, you fucking idiot.
Look at what they did with Destiny. Destiny 2 had all of these like story DLCs that you had to pay for, and now there's been so many DLCs that they've just, if you paid $40 for these, you can't access it anymore because like it's just too much trouble for the developers to keep updating that. So sorry if you bought it, but now you've completely lost this product that you've paid for. Like
Mortal Kombat's the worst. It's like Mortal Kombat Complete Edition, Mortal Kombat Ultimate Edition, Mortal Kombat Mega Ultimate Complete Edition with 2 extra.
I think like the last one was literally just like, it was almost like AI slop for the art book. Like they didn't even get the art right, and then it was extremely poorly optimized. The actual game.
I hate Deluxe Edition. You get an audio of the fucking music, and you're like, that is just £10 extra for nothing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking hate them. Hate game companies.
Because you usually extract that from the files anyway, so you don't even need it. Just go into the files and find it. It's not impossible to do. You are paying for somebody else doing something that we used to do ourselves.
Like you used to get a statue or a map or some like medallion or some shit. You get nothing nowadays unless you paid like $300 for a cheap fucking like resin statue.
I do that sometimes when games come out, and it's like you get early access plus, and it's always like early access plus what? Nothing. Like I know usually because certainly in the case of I don't know what did we fucking Resident Evil 9 say, because I was doing it for work as opposed to doing it because I expected to enjoy the game, and lo and behold I did not enjoy the game. The only reason I ended up getting it was because I could get it early, and all of this bonus stuff is just I don't care. It's not even worth having. Wouldn't mind a statue, I guess, although it would probably be Grace, who is a retard. But I can still do fun things with the statue. It could live in my bathroom next to my toilet, for example, or in my toilet. It could be a handle for a toilet brush. There's so many uses for it. Exactly. But nah, just no point. No imagination to it at all. But annoyingly, like when it comes to the really, really big soulless game, like a Call of Duty is a really classic example, is that unfortunately these things are so financially successful. You need them in order to fund any game that is even remotely a risk. I don't know if Take-Two would have funded Judas for as long as it has if Take-Two didn't also have GTA, because we are like a drop in the ocean compared to them. It makes so much money that they can take risks on new single-player IPs, so we're sort of beneficiaries from an ecosystem I really don't like very much.
Well, that's another thing. All these big ones, the huge ones, like you've got Take-Two and GTA, which has the kinds of like, aggressive monetization with the shark cards. But then like if you're a single player company like the God of War one, we're remaking
Santa Monica,
or Naughty Dog, we keep remaking the same games because they don't have an online service. So the way they make extra money is to sell you Last of Us Part 1, Part 2 fucking 100 times. Like how many fucking remasters are we gonna get? Look at Bethesda with Skyrim. They remaster that game
every 6 weeks. It's just crazy. Every weekend there's a Skyrim remaster for like a long streak of time. I remember because it's their bread and butter. You got it. They know it's the golden child. They can always make a profit off that to some degree. So you can't blame them, but at the same time, you wish they would find a way to take that profit and take the risk on other opportunities, like Platoon said. Find that balance.
They don't want to take risks, though. The AAA doesn't want to take risks. They're so comfortable. Like Ubisoft is a great example. Like they took the same formula for like 3 different franchises, and they just kept doing that for like 10 to 15 years. And now they're at a point where they don't even remember what the original appeal of like Assassin's Creed or Far Cry even was. And now the money is starting to bleed dry. And then the risks they thought they were taking were just copies of those 2 games, and they didn't sell well. So they keep canceling games, and then games go down the drain. So, and then you look at the people that are working here, the management that's leading all of them. There's been so many like people, like developers that have come out and said like, hey, this is how this game was. And then upper management came in, or management changed, and they wanted us to do this and do this. So you end up just getting safe slop, for lack of a better term, than actually trying to innovate, which is also now why you see indie games are starting to dominate the financial landscape a little bit more than they did 2-3 years ago.
Well, every time like The Witcher came out and then Assassin's Creed went, let's just do The Witcher, and then turned to shit. Like everyone just copies everyone. Oh my, the diet RPG system in Assassin's Creed sucks. Like I just don't care anymore. Like and then like they at least tried to make it nuanced. Like in Assassin's Creed 3, they went, let's make the Templars more complex. And then no, they're just rapey murderers and fucking 4 onwards. It just sucks. I hate them. Fucking hate these games.
I know, but at least we've got some exciting AAA stuff coming up, like Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet. That's really so good.
Yes.
Finally, a brand new IP, risk-taking from a guy with such a great track record of telling amazing. Oh no, wait. Anyway,
who's that fucking bald Asian woman? Like she has no talent other than I'm bald.
I know she's the one from Romulus, right? Is that the one you're talking about? Alien Romulus? Yeah, I immediately knew because that's it. I'm Asian and bald. That's her character every single time.
She was in The Last of Us Part 2, the season 2, where she replaced the black woman with an Asian woman, with the bald Asian woman. She was just there, and her performance is who gives a fuck. She must be like sucking off Neil Druckmann, or he's desperate for her to do so.
Probably.
There's like a symbol of some kind, but they never make her a character, which is weird.
I want to
You
punch
shall
in a
see.
face.
Maybe it'll be an amazing character. Maybe.
No.
Who knows? That game's
No.
coming out soonish because I know they've nearly killed several people working on it because of all the grind. So it'll be out soon. I'm sure it'll be worth it.
How
But
do you think? How do you think it's? Do you think he's going to be misery porn because that's what he seems to love?
oh yeah, it's going to be. I mean, it's got such a Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon title. I'm kind of assuming it's going to be really similar. Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet is like the Blood Chalice or whatever it is he called that second film.
Oh, have you heard the interview? He was going like, "We're going to talk about religion, and that's not like controversial." He went, "Stop trying to pretend you're edgy. You're not edgy. You're a fucking idiot. That's the problem. It's not that you're going into heavy topics. It's that you're an idiot who can't understand them.
Yep.
That's the problem people have. Like, revenge is bad, and like they choose a roided up like fucking Karen to kill Joel." It's not revenge is bad. It's that, and then Ellie gets her fingers bitten off and goes, "Nah, go and lesbian, go and kill more father figures out there. You go, girl." It's fucking ridiculous.
I'm gonna be a dad. Anyway, no, we need to move on because I don't want to relive The Last of Us.
Part 2, nonetheless.
I forgot the scene.
It's such a stupid scene.
She just like she goes, "I'm infected," and then she scissors it and then goes, "I'm gonna be a dad." Like 2 seconds later.
Did you guys ever
Some
see the
horrible
original scene
monster.
that was based on?
No, it's not coming to mind. I don't think
Okay,
so.
it's a video. It's just, I guess, real quick since we are down The Last of Us Part 2
No.
memory lane. So in the game, Ellie finds out what's her face is pregnant, and she gets really upset because she's like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, we're already trying to survive, and you're trying to bring a baby into this. Like, how could you be so careless?" That's the original scene.
That makes sense.
Now look at what they did in the show that Neil Druckmann helped write.
Yeah, he remade The Last of Us 2 and somehow turned that even into worse shit. How did a bad story into a worse story? It's like, I don't know how he did it, but he did it. It's like, you son of a bitch, you did it. You turned one of the worst stories into the worst story.
It's kind of impressive. Like, you almost have to give him props for it.
It's a waste, man. Because for someone who never played the games, I enjoyed the vast majority of season 1.
Yeah.
And for people who just who like zombies and wanted a new show that's like, up that alley, they could have did something, but then they just abandon the zombies. They fucking delete Joel and they make it about this fucking idiot with a potato face and her lesbian adventures. It's such a strange direction to take it.
It's going to be really interesting because he's out now of The Last of Us Season 3. He's not doing it because he needs to focus on his tremendously successful video game that we are definitely not all going to be mocking on the day of release. So if the writing quality of Season 3 dramatically improves, then we've basically got absolute proof that he is the problem, as opposed to the lots of proof that we already have.
Well, the problem is he's a coward, so he will jump out of Dodge before it gets really bad. Because as bad as this is, we still haven't had fucking Abby, Monster Abby punching Ellie to death. We still haven't got that scene yet. So he'll do is he will wash his hands of it, but then tell everyone to follow it to the letter. You can't change my story, is what he'll do.
Like James Gunn and Supergirl, or his fingerprints are all over it.
Anyway, we have many super chats that we need to get through at some point today. And actually, it's not today anymore because it's just midnight, so it's now tomorrow. We need to get through them today.
Super Cats, Supper Cats.
Super Cats. We'll get plenty of Supper Cats, I'm sure, toward the end. TGV Monster for $2. Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. It's my Friday. Happy Friday to you.
Hello.
TGV Monster for another $5. Super Mario Galaxy sounds like an expensive laser point for children, but it will make tons of money, unlike Supergirl. CW did Supergirl better. I can believe it. I've not seen the CW Supergirl.
She was hotter.
Oh.
And I mean, awful. Like, she eventually was like, fight ice and stuff like that. Like, she just became unsufferable, like all the CW shows did. But the actress, she looked like Supergirl, at least. She wore a skirt and she was attractive. And that's all I need. I just need a picture of naked. That's all I can, Millie Alcock, she gives me a floppy wiener. There's nothing there. No boobs, no ass.
It's the ultimate low review.
Yeah.
Razor Hammond, $1.99. I've been reading Lord of the Rings. Samwise might be my favorite. He is a good choice for favorite. He is loyal and steadfast.
It's a legendary character.
He is a very good example of understated heroism, as old Samwise.
Mhm.
TGV Monster, favorite silly cool scene from movie. Mine is from June 1984 when Alia defeats the Baron by ripping out man boob clamps and pushes him into a worm.
Oh,
I don't remember that scene. I think I've blanked it.
I'll give you one. It's when Nicolas Cage eats the peach in Face Off. It's like, I could eat a peach for hours.
All I
Silly,
remember,
cool scene?
all I remember from Face Off is that weird scene where he's like, ooh, with the kids, and the kids all freaking out. Fucking awful movie.
Anybody else have
God.
favorite silly cool scenes? I'm trying to think
of
some.
one. Yeah, same. Silly, cool scene. It's a strange way to describe it.
It has to be like ridiculous. Not the top of my head.
No. I have to come back to you on that one. I'm struggling. There's got to be loads, but nothing is coming to mind immediately. Toivo Cohen, please make bingo cards for the Harry Potter series before they make new trailers. Try to predict tropes and changes to the books. I think they might make Snape black.
That might be one.
I think they also might turn Hermione like mixed race. That's like, there's a good chance of that, you know?
Yeah?
And lesbian.
Yeah, and lesbian, yeah.
Yeah, otherwise, I genuinely don't know, because the whole appeal was that it's supposed to be able to do the books almost one for one, and J.K. Rowling is happy with it. But then J.K. Rowling will randomly make old men gay, so she's not exactly like big on canon. She just invents shit as she goes along. So that's no sign of quality. She signed up on Fantastic Beasts and the Cursed Child play.
Mm-hmm.
What was that weird? I always thought was strange about the fourth movie was that Harry comes back with the dead body of Cedric, whatever his name is, and like they're both after the same girl, and nobody saw Voldemort. Why didn't anyone think he just murdered Cedric Diggory? Because like it's just Cedric's dead. I know we wanted the same girlfriend and we're competing for the same cup, and nobody saw Voldemort. Believe me, I'm the only witness to that. But he definitely was murdered by the Dark Lord, who's been dead for 15 years.
Well, it's because Dumbledore supports him, and whatever Dumbledore says is just immediately law. Like, he can just break every established rule, but if he says it, it's fine. Although, no, you're right, because it doesn't track, given that later on they all deny that Voldemort is back, in which case, who killed Cedric Diggory if you don't think it was Voldemort?
That's the thing. It's just, I know no man has ever killed another man over a woman or a trophy or money or power or fame.
James Busher for £5. Did any of you see SNL's Black Snape skit? It was really quite funny. And finally, after at least a decade, the mainstream is finally mocking race swaps. I'm afraid I do not watch SNL or SNL UK, so I don't know. Has anybody else seen it?
Nope.
No.
The UK one.
I don't know if it was the UK one or the American one. No clue.
The UK? We have SNL. I imagine that's dog shit.
It launched a couple of weeks ago with a really lackluster skit about Keir Starmer, which was almost funny for about 2 seconds.
Nope. I did watch
was-
that Harry Potter Balenciaga AI like skit though, and that was pretty awesome. Highly recommend.
What's the one with Hagrid, and he goes, "You've got to run into the wall, Harry," and some crackhead steals his thing and then smashes it and then runs off, and then like that's way more edgy. Yeah,
Joey Bag of Donuts. Lego doesn't have a plot or a story, so what the fuck is this movie's excuse? I know. Yeah, there's plenty of those examples. Lo and
the
behold,
Lego
you can
movie's pretty
actually
good.
tell stories as a movie. Lego tried to do that. Fuck, even Barbie tried to do that. Jesus. Decepticon, hope you're feeling better this week, Cynic. He's not.
He's dead. His mic's on and off, but no.
He has no microphone. That is his excuse.
It's more
shit.
code.
Doctor, oh shit! Now we're losing people. Even more people are dead. Doctor
Oh, fuck.
Quagsire.
She will
just
kick her
gone?
router. She will kick her router, she told me.
Fair enough.
Forgot.
Dr. Quagsire for $10. I fucking hate Anita Sarkeesian for creating this bug, the invasive earworm that made people believe that getting kidnapped and being a princess is not character. Peach isn't even feminine, for fuck's sake. True. And now they've introduced Princess Daisy, who's supposed to be the less feminine version of Peach, but Peach isn't feminine at all. So what's left for Daisy? Who knows?
Well, they can't rescue the princess, so they had a princess rescue another princess in Mario because
Now
fucking...
they have another princess to rescue another princess probably in the next film.
I had no idea who that was. It was just another. I went, who the fuck is just? Are there just millions of these godlike fucking princesses everywhere? They're like the Benny Gesserit. They've taken control of everything.
See, that would be an imaginative use of these princess characters, and it's so far beyond Illumination, and they can't do memes. Liam Parrott for $2 Can we get the BSUP 100 re-uploaded? Y'all the best. I assume we can.
Fucking on top of it. Don't even worry about it.
Well, I say the N word, don't I? So there's extra incentive.
There's a couple of things.
I'm gonna cut that out and make it
there.
its own video.
Just that one clip.
Reaper says the N word. It's like a 2-second long thing.
Mm-hmm.
LC Leapin for $5. If the lack of effort was on Nintendo's part, then I can't wait to see how Milquetoast the Zelda movie will shape up. At least they won't add in Samus. Don't put it fucking beyond them. They might. They added Fox into the Mario movie, but no, probably they won't. It is gone are the days, I think, when Nintendo was known for shielding its IPs. Now it's just like, well, this will make money, so we'll do it.
Well, it's like what 40K's done. They've wisely held on to their IPs until Hollywood's ruined everything, and now they're the only game in town. So it's like, because we are desperate for fucking like IPs to rape, we'll charge you extra price for it.
True that. The crispy jelly for $5. My unaliving gag vehicle of choice is the Wienermobile. The blood running off the sides like ketchup adds a nice artistic touch. Also, fuck Mario. What the fuck is a Wienermobile?
Are you talking about the Oscar Mayer vehicle?
I think it's a giant hot dog or something.
Yeah, I think Oscar Mayer is the only thing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
They're running people over in a giant hot dog.
I mean, it can't be a giant cock. So, I mean, or can it?
It looks like a giant cock. It's actually a giant hot
cock.
dog. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good vehicle for running people over in. Can't believe they made that.
Oh, yeah. It is a giant hot dog.
Rick Helmore for €5. Cynic Hope, another week healed of a broken heart. Remember, there is never a man more lonely than one stuck in a bad relationship, i.e. fuck her.
I'm doing worse this week, but thank you.
Remember, if you're going to slash your wrists, horizontals for attention, verticals for result.
Yeah.
Mr. Bones for $19.99. I'll have to watch this later, but I just wanted to say thank you for the weekly fun conversations, even if BSUP ends. It hasn't. I hope y'all remain friends. You guys bring a lot of joy and giggles in a really gay and retarded world.
Aww.
That is our ambition. Thank you for saying so.
No, I'm gonna say they all made sexual aggressive comments against me. No evidence. I'm gonna say it.
It's true. And when Reaper like tells his weird stories on stream, that's him trying to like get back at all of us. It's a call for help, really.
Stories.
I know someone, it's these four. I'm just telling the stories they've told me.
No, it needs its own segment, like intro music, Reaper's weird stories. It's just funny the way you phrase it.
Sty Games for $6.99 Canadian. There's a moment in the Galaxy movie that I didn't get spoiled on when Mario got on one knee and said, "Peach, will you play Lord of Ring on Xbox One?" Peach would have just stamped on that Xbox One. She's a bitch. Blaze 4364. Disparu made an excellent point at Open Bar last week that most seem to forget. Doesn't necessarily matter if it's written for everyone or even part 2. A good movie. What matters is if the audience it's written for enjoys it, and it seems like while they succeeded short term, they failed long term. I think long term remains to be seen, but it also depends what we're talking about when we say what matters. If it comes to making money, that's absolutely right. If it comes to making something good, then it's not.
I don't think that's the best point, because it's like we discussed earlier, it being well written just means it's going to reach a wider audience and maybe have more longevity as a series. And everything that you liked about it would still be intact. So if it works for the people that it's made for, that's great. Why not have it work for everyone? Because pretty much all you need to do is have it be well constructed.
Oh.
I can't accept that when I will forever reference Arcane.
Mhm.
It works for people who have never played a second of League of Legends. It works as a great show. But if you have played League, you get a bonus. You get bonus material in terms of setups and references and Easter eggs. That's the best balance I've ever seen. That I don't agree with that really.
Just to add on to like that there's a problem inherently with that because they're not making a movie for an audience, and the ones that do this and then make money, every other studio then copies. So it does matter, unfortunately, to Disparu's point. Yeah.
It's standards. If you lower your standards and still get rewarded, what incentive do you have to write to a high quality?
Right.
And besides, high quality stuff attracts everyone. Everyone likes
Exactly.
great shit.
Yeah. You can go into it and be like, I really like this show. Now I want to go into and see the source material just because I'm familiar with these characters.
Right.
It's like shouldn't be the other way around of just like, okay, certain batch of the fan base likes this, so we'll cater just to them and won't put in any work to appeal to a wider audience. How does that ever benefit you?
Mhm.
And it's like if it's written to be a lazy cash grab for retards. It's like, see, it's a great product because it was a cash grab for retards. It's still a terrible movie.
Yeah, and in defense of Disparu, I'm sure he would expand on this point if he was here. But
Yeah,
like,
that's true, yeah.
we only have this to work with, so it's like, yeah.
No, that super chat was wrong. It was a terrible point.
I feel like that super chat threw him under the bus and like
Disparu because of that guy. That guy is maybe I'm his enemy now because of this guy.
Yeah.
Harry Social for $50 won some blackjack. Pity for you, champs. FNT started a 24/7, so need the BSUP one. Just do it. Cynic, y'all had a deal. Vex has the best overrate da? Two questions. Anyone have some favorite physical releases, like collector's editions, and opinions on Red v Blue? And what's an overrate da?
I don't know.
But you've got the best one, whatever it is.
Thank you.
Anyone
I think
have
an overrated radar?
Yeah.
Overrate
Like
da? Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Still, I guess I don't. It sounds like a compliment. You paid $50 for it, so I'm assuming it's a compliment.
Does anyone have favorite physical releases like collector's editions?
No, most of it's just like Chinese shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some plastic in a box.
Like, there's some cool ones out there, but I wouldn't say there's a. Oh, you know what? The Witcher 3 had a pretty cool special edition. It had a statue of Geralt fighting like on top of a Gryffindor, almost slashing its neck. I have the statue at home. That one was pretty cool.
Well.
Yeah, I need to see them, and I bet there's some cool ones out there. They're just not common enough for me to pick up.
Yeah, there's so many special editions out there too. Like
I've always liked the map when they give you the map of the game, and it's like a proper one you can hang up like a poster.
Oh yeah, those things are cool.
And opinions on Red v Blue? I don't know the context, but it's
go ahead.
It was like a YouTube series where they play. Isn't like Halo characters because the online was like Red Team versus Blue Team.
Mm-hmm. Someone like basically modded Halo, starting with like Halo 2, I think was most of it from like the multiplayer maps, and they made an entire story out of it with character. It went on for like 14 seasons or something like that. I didn't watch all 14, but I remember when it was premiering on YouTube like week by week, and I was locked in for those. So I really like those early seasons of Red versus Blue.
There you go. Congratulations on the blackjack winning. Real Hosty for $4.99. All the meta around the Super Mario Galaxy movie makes me wish no movies would ever be made again. This all sounds like death. It is.
I wish we had a separate category. Like, it shouldn't even be called a movie. This is content. That's it. Like, a screensaver is not a story. We all know that. It could have some interactive aspects to it, but this was like, it's one of the most empty movies ever. And I know that sounds like an exaggeration, but like Snow White was one of the most boring movies I've ever seen in my fucking life. It wasn't empty. There was plenty of things in it, plenty of things to rip apart and dissect. There's barely anything to talk about when it comes to this movie. It's terrible.
James Bursey for $5 platoon. Is it true that you got a lower back tattoo that says "We can talk candidly now"? It is not. It is actually right above my penis.
You have a tramp stamp.
The Real Hosty for another $4.99. The Baldur's Gate 3 TV show helmed by Craig Mazin will be great, guys. Heavy sarcasm. Probably.
It is. It's set after the game, so it's got all the characters from the game, but it's an original story.
And the
There's
devs are not
absolutely no-
involved in it at all, so none of the original
Nope.
people are on side.
Didn't
Let's say Mass
Craig?
Effect-
Oh,
Sorry,
go
go on.
ahead. Sorry. No, go ahead. Go
Well,
ahead.
Craig Mazin did Last of Us, yeah. He was
No, he
I
did,
think he's
but he-
director.
He did some good stuff before The Last of Us. Like he did the Chernobyl series, and that was really good.
Fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
Didn't
and
like
he,
Chernobyl.
You didn't like
it.
Chernobyl? What?
I didn't like how Western it felt. Like they come in and like you can just tell it was written by people in the West. Like they're back talking like Soviet officials, and I'm like, you get shot in the head if you did half the stuff in. Like they went, let's make the officials all posh and like let's make all the miners all working class. And I went, I want to see Ukraine under Soviet occupation. I don't want to see like a diet British show. Like it's technically well made and the story's good. It's just I didn't like the female going, you need to let me in. And I went, there's no way there was a female scientist in the Soviet Union.
I do notice a consistency with your shows you take issues with. It's usually something that just derails your immersion and it can't come back.
yeah,
So that sound, and which I appreciate. At least it's consistent because that sounds like something that you're really familiar with in terms of how it should work. But then me and Vex are over here like, but it was good though.
I think you know what? I don't.
That's all I have pretty much. I don't know anything about
historically-
that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not as well versed historically on how Chernobyl went down and everything.
Yeah.
I just thought as a series that covers the overall points,
Yes.
it was very well put together. And I don't, but maybe I should look more into the actual thing and then rewatch it and see if I maybe.
No, that's
fine
true.
as a
That's
drama.
true.
It's fine as a drama. It's like you had this woman and he's going, get out the farm, and she's like, I won't move. I'm like, this is Soviet Union. He should have broke your nose and dragged you out the fucking house.
Mhm.
And,
I
and like
don't
he's
know.
going,
Soviet Union often would like make deliberate points of hiring. It's kind of like precursor to modern identity politics. They tried to put, I think they even did put a black man in space purely to annoy African Americans.
well, that's actually true. They took loads of civil rights leaders would go to Russia to learn communist tactics, like from the Bolsheviks, and then they purposely put them back in America to try and cause shit. That's
Yeah.
what their intention was. But I knew the female wasn't right because I looked it up, and she was based on like a team of male scientists, which they
Oh.
shrunk and made into a woman. And I just went, I knew it. And plus it's the back talk, like the guy in charge of Chernobyl and all the miners come out and all like slapping him to get like all the dust on him. I'm like, can you imagine doing that to like a Soviet official running up and slapping like Gorbachev in the fucking face? you would die, your family would die, your dog would die. Yeah, it's fine. Like, you can like it.
Yeah.
Just the immersion I don't like.
Yeah, those things are going to stand out to you in a massive, massive way. And just real
Mhm.
quickly to interrupt Platoon, I always, my quick reference for that would be, Hanja's sacrifice in the AOT.
Mm.
Hanja, the scene where she pretty much uses
Yeah,
herself
she
as bait.
sets herself on fire.
It's a great scene in terms of sacrifice, but there's some shit welding that makes no fucking sense and it ruins it for me. So I look at that scene thinking 99% of the world is gonna watch this and be like, "Oh, what an amazing death scene," and I'm over here like, "You fucked it. You fucked everything because that makes no sense. They should have all died because none of that makes any sense for a welder knows what they're looking at when it comes to that structurally." So sometimes you have those things that just derail your immersion, and there's nothing you can do.
I'd love if you're sitting there going, that welding's a piece of piss. That wouldn't hold up for
Yeah, it wouldn't
anything."
hold. It's just like it doesn't even make any sense the way they did it. It's
I'm
bad.
so glad
But
you brought that up,
99%
Reaper.
of people wouldn't notice.
Because like I was confused, like, okay, if their bodies are hot enough to burn shit, how is she even able to swing at all between all these bodies, let alone survive as long as she did? So it's great because you have the sad Japanese song playing for like 3 minutes in the background, but
She should have burned up
functionally-
earlier. She should have burned up earlier.
Yeah.
Give her a plot armor pass for the dramatic go out. As long as they knew she had to be like a pile of dust towards the end. But yeah, it's all good. But my point is specific things can just derail your immersion if you're really knowledgeable about it. And it's just there's no coming back from that sometimes. So at least he's
Yeah.
consistent with that.
TK Monet V or the fifth likelihood of episode 400 being re-upped soon. I missed it. That will be uploaded in about 6 years' time. Episode
10.
100
Yeah, that confused me.
10 years.
will be re-uploaded after that, probably. But we'll get around to it eventually. Thanks, Kitten, for $10. Have you guys watched the Harry Potter TV behind the scenes thing? It's only 26 minutes, and most of it is meaningless commentary from the crew about how much Harry Potter means to them. Such a waste.
So
I've
is
not seen
PR.
it. I knew they were doing it. Seems a bit weird to be doing it this far in advance of the actual show releasing. But then the Marvel's Doomsday did Tony Stark as Victor Von Doom
Like
years
7
before
years
he came
ago.
out. So
That seems like that happened before we even met. Like it was such a strange decision that's lost all its steam.
Mhm.
Remember Alfred Molina when he said what, like they were talking about like coming back to Spider-Man, and Will Dafoe was given like, oh, it's great, I can do all these extra things, and he asked Alfred, and he goes, I came back for money. And he just doesn't. That is way better of an answer going, I don't give a shit, I just want to get paid.
It's refreshing.
Edward Sr. for $5, rephrasing an open bar super chat. What are the odds Lobo will be the audience's favorite character in Supergirl? I know nothing about Lobo. What are the odds?
He's played by Jason Momoa, so and he usually keeps his mouth shut, and he's just a cool guy. So
Yeah.
He's
he
like
works.
he knows how to
Damn.
play the game.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
Lobo is like he's a bounty hunter who basically loves to fight and dick around. Like he just doesn't give a fuck.
That sounds
Well,
perfect for him.
The only problem I think is going to happen, which we already see a little bit in the trailer, is he'll be too likable, and so they might go he'll overshadow Supergirl. So
Mm.
like he's on the floor and she's saving him, and I'm like, oh, if they cook Lobo to make it look better, that's just going to be awful.
I could see that happening, but I don't know. It's hard to have any anticipation and excitement for these films.
Yeah. He's not a
Just
deep character.
what
He
it
just
is.
drinks, fights, smokes, and just fight and kills people. He just has fun.
That's all we want from a superhero character, though. That we
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
need any depth. That's all we
Yeah.
want.
Blade isn't super deep, but he's fucking cool as shit.
Right.
It's just about the portrayal, you know?
Yeah.
This next one is a two-parter from Gamecha. What is the useless part around the vagina?
The woman.
The woman.
Yeah, there you go.
Wow. Ruthless.
It's true.
Joshua Kevin Perry for $2. If one Batman can hold you down. I think I know which part of the show we've moved on to. The real hostie says the boys already did rape Batman.
Did they?
Did they?
Yes, well, they've raped every other superhero archetype, so I'm sure they did.
Who's
Is
Batman?
it
the
season
Boy?
5 this week?
It is.
Oh,
Coming
yeah.
soon, yeah.
Tomorrow, I think. Is it the 9th or the 8th? The 8th tomorrow.
One of those. God, Daredevil, Born Again Season 2, and The Boys Season 5 at the same time, which means
Did you
to
watch
understand it, I have to watch all of fucking Gen V as well. God, it's going to be so much fun.
Wait, we have to
even
watch
worth-
Gen V for season 5?
Yeah,
think
you need
so.
to.
Oh,
Because in season 4, they introduced a virus from Gen V, and I'm like, well, so there's all that.
So
like
the continuity
Marie
is
Moreau.
fucked.
Yeah, you have to watch Gen V season 2 as well, because characters from that pop up in The Boys.
okay.
I'm not doing that
Can
shit.
someone just give me like a synopsis of?
Yeah, I
Gen
was
V?
about to say, I'm
don't-
not fucking doing that. It's
Yeah.
not happening. I tapped out of the boys in season 2 and never fucking looked back. It's
Right,
just-
I tapped
gotten-
out after the last season, but now it's a supernatural reunion, so I have to tap back in.
It's gotten worse in every perceivable way. I'll remind you when you watch the episode, I'll fill in the blanks.
That'll be
Huey
useful.
gets molested? What?
Yeah, that
Well,
happens.
just to
In a gimp
quickly
suit, right?
summarize, it's just like Starlight being molested or even threatening that in season 1 was a massive plot point that everyone took seriously and felt horrible for her. And they basically do the same thing to Huey, but they make it a joke because nobody cares about it.
Did I miss season 4? Hold on.
Yeah, season 4, he dresses up as Spider-Man, like their version of Spider-Man, and Tech Knight basically makes him sit in cake with his ass cheeks, and then he bends him over and kind of whips his ass. And and it's all played for a joke. And then later on, a chameleon woman pretends to be Starlight and rapes Huey. Then Starlight gets mad at him for being raped.
I did watch this. Yes,
Yes,
I
it's
do
all a
remember
joke.
that plot point. Yeah.
It's all a joke when it happens to men. It's kind of disgusting. Yeah.
And then Frenchie goes gay for no reason.
I remember that too.
Oh, he
And then
does.
didn't they
Fucking
the
stupid.
Asian silent chick, doesn't she develop
Kimiko.
a romance? Yeah, Kimiko.
She
starts
becomes a
talking.
whore.
Yeah.
Yeah, she talks. He goes basically, "Hey, Frenchie, you can go gay. It's fine. I've
Oh,
already
fuck
sucked
this
random
show.
guy dicks."
Fuck this show. That's what they did with Kamiko and Frenchie. What a fucking piece of
After
shit.
after like 2 seasons of romantic buildup. that's what they
Absolute
decide to
dog
do.
shit.
Yeah.
I liked Frenchie a lot, and I liked Kamiko a lot. The Boys
Mm-hmm.
season 1 was so fucking fun and refreshing, and it just shit itself. It shit itself all down its leg and just fell down the stairs. It's just,
I can't wait for season 5.
actually
I can't wait
despise
for
it.
how cringe it's gonna be. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh, I fucking hate that show. That's all I can articulate right now. It's just, god damn it.
Joshua Kevin Perry for $2. Then Robin can finish in you. That's an image.
Oh, that was a 2-parter, wasn't it?
I think it was, yes,
Yeah.
but we got derailed. It's fine. We had to bitch without the boys, which is deserved. Doge Pal for $2. What do you say to a child who loved the Super Mario Galaxy movie?
Go to bed. It's past your fucking bedtime.
I'm
bro.
sorry I failed you.
Yep.
Honest answer, I'd ask them what they like about it, and I'd want to compare that to other things that I know they like, because I just find it interesting when people say, "Oh, it was good." That's it.
But
compared
specifically
something where
to
they
a
can actually break it down.
child who loved the Super Mario Galaxy movie, I probably wouldn't say anything because, like, obviously children love it. The problem isn't that children like it. Children will like anything like that you put in front of them. The problem is that, like, the adults saying that therefore the movie is good. Your kids would benefit more from a better movie. They don't understand that yet, but they will in the future. So don't hold anything against the children.
I'd want to ask them and compare it to other movies that I know that they love to rewatch, because every kid has like 5 golden movies they can watch anytime when they have to, their go-tos. Is this going to be one of them? Like, what does this offer? Like, I'd actually want to pick their brain and let them explore it themselves. I hate the idea of assuming kids just will like it because it's for kids.
This is just anecdotally, of course, but like you'd have to recalibrate that because most kids don't have like a favorite movie or favorite show these days.
I think I gotta stop basing kids off these normal 90 babies I grew up with, and I gotta treat it on the fucking goblins and the TikTok monsters.
Yeah, the generation that's been brought up to like movies like this. But I mean, it depends like what your sort of the context of the conversation is. Like, there could be use, for example, if you know they watched a movie that you know is way better and they liked it recently, then you can have that conversation about like, what did you like about this versus this, and you can talk to them about what characters are, and you can introduce the ideas of stuff, and you can, without ever telling the kid that they're wrong to like the Mario Galaxy movie, because they're not, but you can still get them and help them start thinking about the stuff that they watch and the characters that they see and the stories that they enjoy, and you can sort of prepare them for making critical judgments when they're old enough to do that.
That's what the movie should do on its own. Like, that's what you get from. I always reference X-Men as you can understand what discrimination is before you even experience it yourself, so you can be more mentally prepared for it. And that's one of the things that show achieved. You can understand redemption and betrayal and friendship through Puss in Boots. You can do all these things through good stories. You get nothing from Mario. You get nothing from these modern movies that do absolutely zero storytelling whatsoever. It's a light show. And I hate that it's the standard. That's the biggest issue with it. That is a worse issue. Because if this movie like failed and was an embarrassment, I probably wouldn't even be talking about it right now. But the fact that it's making so much money and they're going to be pushing the standard is what makes it more frustrating.
Doge Pal with another $5. Hot take: those who want Zelda to be animated don't want so much Zelda film, but rather prioritize an animated film. I plan on watching it regardless. Well, I think we're all going to watch it regardless. The point about it being animated is that it's easier to do a lot of the magical visuals that Zelda has in animation. You can do it in live action, but it's more expensive. It's more difficult. There's the disinclination to do it. They will probably try, if anything, not to do that because they want it to be a bit more like a grounded fantasy. So there's nothing like conceptually that makes it impossible to do a brilliantly magical Zelda live action. It's more a case of past experience is dictating future expectations in this case, I think.
Plus, like the look is we're just gonna go with the Lord of the Rings set, which feels more like they're going for a safe bet rather than like a unique vision.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dodge Gradient, who's been a member for 16 months. My last name is Ganon. That Triforce is mine. We'll see. They may not even do the Triforce. Who knows? And if they do, they might steal it from you.
Yeah, wasn't it Ganondorf? Was his name Ganon now?
Ganondorf is his name.
He's been Ganon. I think he's been both. I can't remember which games he's which in. He's been Ganon, I think, and Ganondorf.
Ocarina of Time, he's Ganondorf. And I think later on, Nintendo Switch, he's like Ganon again. Is he Ganon in Breath of the Wild, or...?
It might just be both, I think. It's been so long since I played it.
My name's Dorf. My first name's Dorf.
Ganondorf. Doge Pal for $2. The Super Mario Galaxy movie inducing salt wasn't on my bingo card. Well, then you didn't see the movie.
Yeah, and that's why I was trying to explain. It's not the movie. The movie's empty. It's the meta around it that just really frustrates me.
That's the better response. Yeah, it's inducing salt. It's not so much the movie does induce a lot of salt for all the reasons we went over, but it's principally the response to it, which has just been ridiculous because that starts shitting on things that are good.
You know those art galleries, and like you see people like sitting there like stacking buckets, and they fall over, and you got those people clapping. It's like one of them. You know those modern art galleries. Like, what's the one where a guy dropped a water bottle and people were taking pictures, and it was some guy who'd littered.
No, it's a banana duct taped to the wall, and it's art or some shit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's too subjective. It's a bit too subjective.
Doge Pal again. BSUP, you dumb gamers, stop having fun. No, it's more a case of gamers stop being dumb. Sty Games. Fun fact, there is an unreleased Jack Black song that was intended for the Galaxy movie. It's called There Was Once Was a Man Called Mario. So I don't even know if you're memeing. It's totally believable, though.
I know. I have no idea. Coin flip here. But that just, if this is true, it just means that Mario is going to be even less of the movie than he already was. Like, just side quests. What was his purpose in this movie? To find Yoshi, make friends with Bowser, and then find Peach. The end.
And finding Yoshi is kind of like, it doesn't really change it. You could cut that out of the movie entirely without changing the plot. Him briefly making friends with Bowser also doesn't really change anything because Bowser just goes back on it. So you could cut that out without changing the plot. Mario's sole thing is protecting Peach while Peach rescues the princess. So that's kind of like the only thing he does in the movie, which is more than Luigi does, but it's still not much.
Yeah, he fights Bowser and Bowser Jr. while Peach saves the day, and Luigi's like jerking off in the corner. And when him and Yoshi show up at the end, does it even make sense that they arrive there? I couldn't even remember. I couldn't care to figure out if it made sense at the time when it happened. But as far as I remember, like they just teleported there.
The Ballad of Mario is a real song performed by Jack Black to promote the Galaxy movie. It was a music video. It was a music video aired on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon on April 1st.
Of course it did.
The lyrics is, there was once a man named Mario. Yes, you know who I mean, is the first two lines. It's so shit.
Ran out of channel names. Gamers are smart. Explain XQC.
Yeah, that's a...
It is a tricky one, though.
My theory isn't bulletproof, but... in my experience, like really high level gamers are generally intelligent, but that doesn't mean
it's a different generation.
Game. Yeah, exactly.
It's different. It's also different types of intelligence because it used to be a thing that everyone assumed football players, and then by football I mean actual football players, are like notoriously really dumb, which is partly a class thing because they're mostly working class, and so middle class people hate them. But it's also just based on the fact that there are different types of intelligence, and actually, if you score footballers and other general like sports people who you assume are dumb, on specific types of intelligence, they are way above average. It's like everything like spatial awareness and all the stuff that you can kind of train semi-physically. So like they are really intelligent in specific ways. What they don't necessarily have is high general intelligence, and what XQC doesn't have is intelligence generally. So like,
yeah, he's extremely ignorant, and he just lack of critical thinking when it comes to like anything. But he's good at games, and he's occasionally funny when he's doing the worm on the ground.
Unintentionally funny.
Unintentionally. I find him so much more entertaining than like the Hassans and all the fucking terrible people out there. Him and Great, like he's like the Grace Randolph type of thing, where they're just fucking spectacles.
And Hassan can be funny, but it's more a case of just like watching him buffer as he tries to think. Like you can actually hear his brain ticking over extremely slowly.
Yeah. But Hassan is a terrible
also like
person.
He's also terrible. The guy earlier who super chatted $50 from the blackjack that he won has voluntarily given away his hard-earned winnings and therefore is more of a socialist than Hassan Piker is, which is kind of entertaining, but there we are.
It's fucking gross.
93 camping for 50 Nokias. I love Team Fortress 2, but it was in many ways patient zero for a lot of this, and the poor matchmaking / esport update did a lot of damage to it. Never played Team Fortress 2. Is anyone here?
No.
Nope.
No. I'll take your word for it then.
No.
The Real Hosty Intergalactic is supposedly going to be a mashup of Akira, Cowboy Bebop, and Apocalypse Now, where the hostile aliens are actually the good guys. Yeah, I can see that.
It sums up modern sci-fi. We're just gonna copy what's popular anime. Let's copy some of that and then make it nihilistic shit. The veneer, the veneer of a popular brand, and then just horrible Western writing.
But you would think step one, watch it, find out why it's popular, figure out what makes it work, and then adapt it in a way that works for everyone, new audience and the fans. They just skip that part every single time. And no, we're gonna make our own shit. Fuck it. Like even the news of Zach Krieger, who I think is great. I really liked Weapons. I think Barbarian the first half was awesome. He's getting Resident Evil, but what I'm hearing is he's doing his own thing with it, which is like, what the fuck, dude? Just like, why can't you use your talents and actually put it to good use with the story? Like, ugh.
But like
I
the
think
whole
it's
thing
proof
is
that he doesn't have talent if you can't adapt any Resident Evil game to a movie.
Yeah.
Like,
like,
all
the whole
of them
thing-
could easily be adapted into a movie is what I'm trying to point out.
Well, the whole thing of it, like sci-fi, it's such a different perspective because back in everything looks everything is stuck in like the 80s retro kind of thing. But when they were making like Blade Runner, it was their idea of what the future could be.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now everyone just looks back to the past and goes, well, we have to have like fucking retro buttons. We have to have a CD player in a fucking spaceship. Which
There's
is
been a
just
couple
ridiculous.
of things that have broken it. I mean, Starfield tried not to do that, but it didn't replace it with anything really cool. Like NASA Punk was fun for about 2 seconds, and then you realize that NASA's not necessarily that great at visual design. And then, I mean, Dune's probably the standout for creating a very distinctive sci-fi setting that is nothing to do with retrofuturism, but there aren't
That was
many
so
others
fast.
doing that.
But you're adapting something from the past as well. That's the thing.
Yeah.
It's people looking ahead. Now all we are is people looking behind.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Joey Bag of Donuts asks for another chapter of the storybook that we are creating for Reaper. So I need a Reaper story before I go to bed.
I wasn't.
Reaper's weird stories.
I told the one my mum knocked me brother out with a trophy. She almost cut my other brother's hands off with a knife.
Oh,
What?
She got into an argument and went, yeah, and slashed him. And then his hand was like almost half off.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was fun. What was another one? Nah, I'll think of one next week. It'll be worse.
Louis Palau for $4.99. When a character is going through a low point, what makes more sense? That they make decisions within character or out of character?
Huh?
Too much
So-
context missing for this.
No, so I think what they're saying is that when a character's going through a low point, say they've suffered a massive psychological setback, should they be acting out of character?
Still,
Because it doesn't
again,
make sense,
too much.
does it?
Yeah, we're missing
There is a lot
context
of,
because we need
like,
to know
yeah.
what would change it. Yeah, it depends on the character. It depends
depends on the
actual
character.
low point.
It's a general argument. I'd probably say though that they should always be within character because like somebody acting out of character is kind of within the umbrella of within character, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, your character acting out of character should not be totally split from everything that took them to that second act low point, for example. It should be the worst version of their response to that. What would their
Yes.
character do at their worst, as opposed to what any other random character would do in response to that situation?
Yeah, how do they go from A to B? That is the key part. Not just like you can't just ignore the potential for B because they've been portrayed as A. It all depends on the story. It's really tricky to answer this. We need an
Yeah.
example for sure.
Like,
I'm
I'm. Oh, go ahead, Reaper.
I was gonna say out of character is more used for like imposters. Like, hang on, Superman wouldn't behave that way. It's not Superman. It was it.
Okay, let's do an easy one. Daenerys would never kill innocent women and children. She would never fucking do that. There's no version of that character that would do that. So that is when you just completely fucked up. It's like that's out of character because there's no way her character would be pushed to the point because there's no benefit to her. She, instead of killing her enemy, the one person that she should actually want to kill, she ignores her and just mows down innocent people. It makes no fucking sense. So when you have an example that extreme, then you can understand it. But it comes down to the context. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I'm just getting flashbacks to that scene now.
Yeah, so
Fucking
just,
bells ringing.
her
It's-
fucking.
And
God
she
damn
looks
it.
up and she looks at the Red Keep and like, she seems to be having gone from saying the people are basically suffering under Cersei. She hates them and like they have no choice. Then it's then I'm going to kill them to get back at Cersei, even though I know she hates them. What?
she goes.
Doesn't even confirm the kill. It makes no fucking sense. It
Yeah,
never
she
will.
goes street by street like she's mowing a lawn, just in perfect line.
It's
And she
fucking
doesn't go.
insane. It's like someone fucking robs you, like breaks into your car, steals your shit. So you just beat down some random kid in the street to avenge him for it. It's just that makes no fucking sense. It's just it's something you would never fucking do. Oh God. And so when you have something like that, it's easy, but it depends on the character. You always need context, and you need to know what they would be capable of and what their breaking point is.
Normal Man for 10. Canadian Illumination is such a vapid and lazy studio. You should have seen whatever happened in the new Super Mario coming. I tend to agree. I haven't seen the Despicable Me movies, but I've seen their version of The Grinch. Fuck me.
Yeah, actually, that Grinch was pretty bad. And I think they did Sing as well. I can't remember. Actually, Sing was an okay movie. It wasn't a great movie, but it wasn't a terrible movie. But I still stand by that Despicable Me franchise.
Is that the one with the gay fat pig?
Yes, Sing. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
I didn't watch it. I just saw that.
It's a whatever movie. I think kids will really enjoy it for the musical aspect, and there's like something of like following your dreams, but it wasn't timeless or anything, in my opinion.
If I had a child and I saw him dancing to Sing, I think I would see white, and then next thing you know, I'm standing over his bloody corpse. I'm not really sure how I got there.
Big T for $4.99 per tune. Is there going to be a future update for Judas soon? I hope I'm the last Supper Cat, but I doubt it. You are not the last Supper Cat. I can't comment on future marketing plans, but you can keep an eye on all of the socials, because I know Ken's publishing his dev blogs every now and then, and there will be more to share there will be more to share. More is coming. Work continues.
I'm giving it a negative review just because. I'm just going to go, Ethan, you've got a problematic writer there you need to get rid of,
Core Bauglia for €5. Hi guys, have any of you seen the 2012 Halo Forward Unto Dawn miniseries? It was leagues better than the new one.
It is. It's quite good.
Yeah.
It's on Tubi for the Americans and Westerners, yeah. But it's solid, yeah.
It's low budget, but they do a pretty good job. And Master Chief doesn't take his fucking helmet off. It's that easy.
They actually try to make it canon with the games, and it's just like expanding onto the lore a little bit while also retelling a story that you've seen. So, no, it's actually solid if you're a Halo fan.
JD for $5. Hey Platoon, what movie of the past would you consider 9 or 10 out of 10? Love your videos and looking forward to your Avatar review. Fuck. I mean, it's probably either going to be some really boring conventional answers that everyone would have, or it's going to be something that I know I've seen and can't remember. Like the conventional stuff is just Empire Strikes Back, Last Crusade. Yeah, it's probably not. 10 is probably nothing. Is in truth, I don't think anything's perfect. But there's a few 9s out there. Lots of like the older Hitchcock stuff, really good. Like The Birds, really like. The Thing, I'd probably say that's close to a 9, if not at a 9. The remake, obviously the 82 one, not the original. There's a bunch of stuff, other stuff than that, but off the top of my head, it'd have to be it would probably be old and disproportionately black and white, like 12 Good Men.
There's a reason people reference 12 Angry Men is because there's not a lot of room for error. It's 12 guys in a room having a conversation. You're not gonna have a lot of plot holes. It's like it's close. It's the closest thing I could think to a perfect story. Flawless, so that might be the best answer, but it's a generic one. So most films are dealing with more complex like plots and
definitely
the more variables to juggle. So
Jurassic Park and Cat's a good shout. Shawshank is the Shawshank kind of gets me thinking. Actually, basically, whenever someone defends the Mario movie saying it doesn't need to be this really good movie, that movie's probably a 9 out of 10. So I've seen Ben-Hur, Shawshank, a bunch of other stuff.
The Prestige is like a 9 out of 10 for me in terms of the elements that they're juggling. I have to judge it from that,
Do you have are you basing this objectively or subjectively? Like, is there just a movie that subjectively is a 10 out of 10 for you regardless?
That's why I was trying to say 12 Angry Men is probably one of the best examples, because it's just such a simple story that there's not a lot of room for errors. You can pretty much call it 10 out of 10 in terms of storytelling. But I like to judge, like something like The Prestige is juggling so many more variables. It's such a complex script, and to pull that off, I think is pretty incredible. So that's one of the ones I reference as like one of the best scripts I've seen. But this is, I don't know, this is going to come down to the person. It's hard to be really objective with this type of thing.
Sty Games for $2.79. Gotta take a shit badly. May not be the last Supper Cat. Damn.
Thank you.
Raise a hand for one line tonight includes. You hear of filmmaker Tung Sahur? No? Should I have? Anyone else?
Is he the guy who did
Nope.
Tongue? Is it because you did Nobody or Tongue?
Is he Indian? That sounds kind of
Even real?
A viral Italian brain rot TikTok meme.
Oh, so you wanted me to Google that and accidentally see it, didn't you?
Yeah,
Fuck you.
that's what I thought. Like, there's no way that dude's real.
Is it all filmmakers? Is it Chinese? And it's just a fucking dickhead online.
Sty Games, the shit was quick. Maybe I'll be the last Uppercat. Maybe you will. Take a 610. Did you all, besides Platoon, well, obviously I was there, catch Mulder's brief thoughts on Mario Galaxy on EVAP? He likened it to an injured, bleeding clown. That was something, and it was true.
Yeah, I got a little bit of it. It's sad to, especially Fringy was expressing all the missed potential and the history behind these characters. There's a lot you could have done. I'm not as familiar with it, but it's basically highlighting you had something to work with and you did nothing. And we've seen stories that had like nothing to work with and they did great things. So it's your job as a storyteller to do something interesting with this base that you have. And you chose to do literally like 0.0001%.
Wait, didn't Digimon start as a game and then they made the anime? Isn't that an example of like building on your lore?
I have no
Maybe,
idea.
but then Pokemon's the same, right? It starts as a game and becomes anime. It's I think both of those two ran side by side.
The anime was basically just an advertisement for an existing product. But the whole point was, let's make something cool so kids will get into it.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's the opposite. Make dog shit. We've already got dog shit. Let's just fucking sell it for more money.
Gundam was just to sell toys. Still told a story. Sty Games, for 5 Canadian. Jedinia, what if the only way to erase the first and second Mario movie from existence is to eat chicken?
We'll eat some chicken. See, that's an easy one.
Platonia, what if you were forced to eat steak and the only way out is to endorse the Illumination Nintendo Cinematic Universe? I think I will eat the steak. Not a huge sacrifice that's being made there. Vexenia, what if you transformed from Subway Sandwich to human and the only way back to Sandwich is to play Lord of Ring on PS4 without updating it?
I don't want to go. What if I don't want to go back to Sandwich?
Then you stay as a sandwich.
No, I'm transformed from sandwich to human, and the only way to get back to being a sandwich. But I don't want to go back to being sandwich. So
Well, then you have to play Lord of Ring on PS4.
oh, can't I play Lord of Ring on Xbox One?
No.
Xbox One?
Wait. You don't want to be a sandwich.
No, what if I don't want to go back to sandwich form?
Then you don't have to play Lord of Ring.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, you just stay human. There you go. That took way longer than I thought we would figure out that, but okay. Dragon Balls Double D, what do you call a 6-year-old with no friends?
A
Oh,
fucking
that's
Super
mean.
Mario Galaxy fan.
No,
Like,
he
that's the
follows
type
it
of
up.
person-
He follows it up.
It's the type of
Well,
person that would like that movie.
Jesus Christ. Follow up, a Sandy Hook survivor.
Oh, jeez.
Damn.
Dark.
Siddick actually had to say something for that one.
God damn, man.
Reaper, what if you and you if and what you and if?
Deep. That's fucking deep, man.
Hashtag deep.
I've had many conversations like that. You go, do you know what I mean? Do you get it? And you go, yeah. And you haven't said anything.
Sty Games Reaper's story gives me time to finalize Suppercat. So Suppercat is being finalized. Patriotic Cat, not Suppercat, but Patriotic Cat. I don't know if that's one rank above or below. It makes sense if the reason is explained properly why they'd snap. I think this is in relation to people acting out of character. If you know the character well enough that you can tell they're out of character.
It also kind of depends on the premise, right? Like the movie Yes Man, for example, with Jim Carrey. He's introduced as a guy that always plays the safe bet and he never does literally anything. And then his entire story is, oh, well, I'm just going to start doing things that I don't normally do. And then in the third act of the film, it's like, okay, now I'm going to take everything I did and how I've learned from just saying yes to things and make a choice that I should have been making when I was the person at the beginning of the film, but for the best of it. Like the context really depends. It really depends.
There's certain character traits that are just never going to change. Like Jesse Pinkman, for example, goes through a whole range like his arc just transforms throughout Breaking Bad. But one thing that's really consistent is he will never allow kids to be harmed. He really cares about kids, and it's a significant part of the plot, and just all the way through. So there's certain things you would expect to evolve, but then there's fundamentals that should never change. And if you completely contradict those fundamentals, that's when I classify it as character assassination. As like, you need to show me a whole movie to explain why they would do this thing, because they never would. You know? Luke abandoning his family, that type of shit. Like,
yeah, my child, get well soon, cynic.
Okay.
He doesn't have the plague, guys. Relax.
Right. He's already found a hot new news as well. Like,
man's got fucking Ebola.
She is gorgeous. You're right, Bex. No, but who doesn't want to listen to my father listen to Sabrina Carpenter or talk to Alexa?
Good shit.
That sounds wonderful.
Who doesn't want to do that? Yeah.
Sure.
Is he singing espresso as well? Does he know the words?
No, he doesn't. He just listens to it constantly. That Man-Eater song. Oh my God.
Why do guys like Sabrina Carpenter so much? This is so strange. Like the straightest men I've heard of really like Sabrina Carpenter. It's strange.
She did an advert for Johnny Walker Black Label, which came on my TV the other day, and I like that as an acceptable cheap whiskey you can find anywhere. But it was like the advert was something like it was a typical Sabrina Carpenter thing. Basically, like, the implication is, well, men are just shit.
Right.
I like Johnny Walker Black Label, but you are kind of testing my patience here. Maybe I'll move to Red Label instead. Anything she hasn't infected yet. James Bursey for $2. Does the last Supper Cat get caught and eaten? I think it comes back after Easter and goes to heaven.
The Supper Cat is risen.
Sty Games with the answer, yes, James, but it'll be my Supper Cat. The real hosty, the people who find their way into the BSUP chat scare me sometimes. Yes.
Perfect timing.
Sty Games, this cat won't supper itself. And Joey Bag of Donuts, have a good week, lads and lady. Thanks for the laughs. Okay, we'll do the thing we did last time.
You're welcome.
That is it for now. We'll come back to anything remaining after we found out what everybody is doing this week. So, Jedi Brooks, what is coming up for you?
I'm coming from Mario. I've been slacking last few weeks, but I'm definitely gonna make a video on the Super Mario. I think I'm gonna be doing a comparison with Puss in Boots. And if I do other ones, we'll see from there. But that movie really, like we said, not the movie itself, but the meta around it and just the missed opportunity. And I really want to combat the notion that anything animated or video adaptation has to be for kids and just needs to be stupid and like empty. We have too many great examples. Too many great examples of things that were fucking potent, relatable for adults and children, and joyful for everybody. And not just Puss in Boots, that's a recent example, but I'll always go back to things like Hercules, like Hades. I love watching something as a kid that my mom could enjoy too. She's not just sitting there having to sit through it, right? And they don't do that anymore. They need everything
Hercules?
watered down and stupid. Yeah, Hercules. Hades' performance in Hercules was one of the ones I just remember appreciating how mature his dialogue was. So like she can appreciate it as well as me, because there's some things I'd watch that'd be cringe, but I just long story short, fuck Mario and shit. I'm making a video on that.
Good stuff. I think I know the answer to this one. Reaper, what are you doing?
Turning on that TV.
I heard someone outside and I had a knife and I ran out and chased him away. But, it's done now. He's gone. So
when you're not wielding knives and threatening strangers, what are you doing?
Run to outside to get him. I've got to do Fallout, haven't I?
Oh, yeah.
Which I still haven't done.
No.
Because it's like Minas Tirith. I'm under siege. Keep these fucking bagheads away.
Yeah, a lot of stuff's coming up.
I'm going to go back out and check. I think to see if there's anyone else.
Good plan. Good luck. We hope you don't die. Vex, what is coming up for you?
Thank you as always for having me. But I'm not going to promise anything because I've been slacking as well because life is happening. So something is coming. I don't know when, but it's coming.
Excellent. It's something you can say in sex and on YouTube. Cynic, what are you doing?
A video is coming out going over the Oscars and why they suck, but no one gives a fuck about that anymore. So I don't know why I'm doing it. but I'm doing it anyway.
Super
Do
Mario.
Mario.
There you go. Yeah.
But that's the thing,
Maybe.
is you have to. That's the tricky part about this gig, man. Like you just do Mario because Mario's the thing to do. I hate being like forced into that. You know, I'm doing it because I fucking hated the movie. Like I'm actually invested in it. But then if you're not really sure what you want to commit your energy to, I kind of know what you mean. If you have to strike when the iron's hot on YouTube. And
Well,
sometimes
I
you just
made the video when
fucking
I
line
made
up.
the fucking video when the Oscars actually happened. However, a fucking sponsor that I had has just been dragging their feet for 3 weeks. They're like, awesome. Well, now your video's gonna bomb, bro. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's tricky.
It is, yeah. What about you,
Yeah.
Platoon? What are you doing?
As for me, Avatar 3 is stuck in copyright, as everything seems to be these days. So while that fights copyright, I'm doing Mario, because that movie really pissed me off. So not even a case of being forced into it. Also because I've been behind on everything recently, so it would be nice not to be behind on something now. So that's in progress. Hopefully we'll be out this week. Maybe even both of those things will be out this week. Who can say? But that brings us to near the end. However, just to wrap us up, Sly Games, my supper is your cat. Please, sliding in with a last mention of I Feel For You, Cynic. Something similar for me happened a few days after Valentine's. Yeah, sorry.
sorry
to
to
hear
hear
that.
Oh no, it's April. I thought it was Valentine's next week. I don't know where I am.
I have a friend whose girlfriend dumped him on his birthday, Christmas, and Valentine's Day, and he still went back.
Whoa.
Like the
The
same
triple.
the same
Yeah, same
guy.
Patrick.
same guy, same girl.
Did she do it once she got the presents? Like, here's Valentine's. It's great. Now fuck off.
That
Or
may
was
have
it?
been it, yes.
Because usually they wait to get the presents and then they tell you to go.
I think that's what she probably did. Gregory Lieber for $2. Here lies Cynic. He never watched Game of Thrones.
Ooh.
Tragic. Sly Games, I agree, Blaze, but also I am final Suppercat. I am also final Suppercat. Except that you're not. We had a deal, Cynic, says Joey Bag of Donuts.
Which he reneged on.
His loss. It's his loss.
Sly Games, final Suppercat, me, not yo. Do LSD, LSD, LSD. Yeah, that film's coming soon. Sly Games, Suppercat is my final. And finally, Sly Games, Supper is my Suppercat. That does it. The button's being hit. We can no longer respond to anything that comes out after this button is hit. We will see you in a week's time. Goodbye.
Peace.
Fuck you.